Anthony, here we are at playoffs, and it's all the marbles on the line. We thought this is what it would get down to.
And honestly, what more could you ask for as a fan of the game of football? I mean, the biggest rivalry in the mid-state, in my opinion, honestly. I mean, it dates back to 1972.
51 years.
Two heavyweights that have each won at least 4 state championships in their school's histories. 2 of the most legendary coaches to ever coach high school football in this great state of Tennessee have coached at each one of these 2 schools. I mean, you can't ask for any more than this. Quarterfinals, it's wet, it's sloppy. I mean, this is going to be a knockdown, drag-out heavyweight fight tonight.
Yeah, and, it's going to get down to goons. It's going to get down to, I got one more goon than you got. It's going to get down to turnovers. It's going to get down to penalties. Both these teams are ready for this matchup. We kind of figured, when we looked at it at the beginning of the year on paper, both these teams were the 2 most talented teams out there. Now he's telling us, bring it up just a little bit. So we'll bring it up a little bit, Sam, and that's on the master. So if you need us adjust either one of us individually, let us know. Tonight our sponsor is John Jones. John Jones Real Estate. Nobody sells homes like John. We appreciate Corey Steneker and Matt Gillespie. And, man, now that this board has gotten hot, I can't write on it. It has ruined us. We are battling water, kids, and that's not a good thing. But we're here and we're live and we're going to get things going. I was getting ready to write on our thing, Anthony. What I was going to say is, we know Riverdale. They got weapons. They got a quarterback named Braden Graham, 6'1", 205 pounds. We've seen him a bunch of times this year. They got Keyshawn Williams. They got Brock Montgomery. They got DJ Taylor. They got Jalen Thompson. They got Woodruff. They got Bursar, and they got Vanderbilt, and got some goons on defense.
Yeah, I mean, just like you said, in both of these teams, Stork, I mean, there is just weapons aplenty. Because of that, and on a night like this, what it's going to come down to, aside, of course, from who wins the turnover battle and who can be disciplined the most, not commit too many penalties, I think what it's going to come down to is those kids in the trenches, Stork. I mean, whoever gets the most push, not just on the offensive side of the ball, but the defensive side of the ball. Who can create negative plays on early downs, who can rush the passers, who can move the ball, run the ball downfield, because both teams are going to have to be able to run the night with the way that the weather is. Of course, your managers are going to do the best they can getting a drive football out there every single play. But you're going to have to run the football in a game like this. It's a muddy surface right now. We're still on natural grass here at Riverdale.
No wind tonight, though. No wind. So you're going to be able to put the ball in there if you want to.
Yeah, no wind. But like I said, I mean, I think what it's really going to come down to is those kids up front. It's going to start with them on each side of the ball for both of these schools. And I think whoever can win the battle in the trenches in this, what's going to be this physical matchup, just like the first game, is going to win this game tonight.
Appreciate everybody joining us on Stork Vision. This is, both these teams they're both 10-2.
Yeah.
They both played 12 games. They're both 10-2. We look at one side of a team called Riverdale. They got beat by Henry County and Germantown. Germantown's still alive. I want to let you know they're over on the other side of the bracket.
Yeah, and they got a
good game tonight with Houston.
It's funny because literally every single game tonight is a natural rivalry. I mean, you've got Bradley and Brainerd. That's a natural rivalry game just because of the region that they're in. Houston and Germantown separated by just 4.5 miles. The Battle of the Woods, of course, round 2 for them as well, going on over in Williamson County just to our west.
Yeah, and I'll run down these games. I got some scores going on. We got some things happening right now out there in Tennessee high school football playoffs, round 3, and we appreciate everybody joining us. Baylor 14, Knox Catholic 7, Alcoa 10, Gatlinburg Pittman 0, York Institute 6, Hampton 0, Bearden 7, Bradley Central 0, and Boyd Buchanan 3, and Davidson Academy nothing, and that'll be a big win if Gary Rankin can pull off that win up against Davidson Academy. It'll been a long time since Boyd Buchanan's been at round 4.
Yeah, it has, and
I think it's about 2009, 2010. They were in that area.
Yeah,
they were decent. I can't remember. Somebody can look that up. Dean Fox, get on it.
And in just his second year at the helm there too.
Yes. And then you got Houston and Germantown, Middle Tennessee Christian, Columbia Academy.
And that's a big game too, because right now Middle Tennessee Christian, they've been to the semis once. A couple of years ago they went and they lost to Nashville Christian. But if they could win tonight, could get their first berth to a state title game.
That'd be big for Middle Tennessee Christian. Centennial taking on Page. I really like this game. I think that's a great game in the Region 5 or the 5A matchup. That's a local game going on here locally. East Robertson, Smith County. FRA CPA, that's where my TV 30 is at tonight. McKenzie and Moore County, and we went down to Moore County and did a game, so we know a little bit about that. Here's a good one, Gordonsville and South Pittsburgh.
Yeah, and that 1A, I mean, I think what everybody's looking forward to is, everybody's thinking, hey, are we going to get a Moore County South Pitt matchup? But, I mean, I am firmly of the belief, like, hey, pump the brakes there, because McKenzie has been one of the hottest teams coming down the stretch, and not just 1A, but all of the state of Tennessee. And Gordonsville, a very formidable foe going up against South Pitt tonight.
Liberty Creek and East Nashville are going to go at it. That'll be a big one. And we videotaped Liberty Creek. They're only in their second year, Anthony, and in the playoffs.
That's huge. Yeah, we did see them last year, and they're in the playoffs here in round 3, too, in the quarterfinals. So, yeah, this is a big, big game for that young upstart program.
Here's a big one going on in what we call kind of North Nashville, kind of a border war. This will be a Macon County and the Upperman, and the nickname of Upperman, of course, the Bees. That'll be a big game. I did
coming over from the plateau.
I did a highlight video on a girl who played basketball at Macon County years ago, and her name was Calamity Jane.
Oh.
Yes, I sure did. Years and years ago. And did a kid named Casey Schrum out of there. Southwind, Henry County. We mentioned Henry County. They're still alive. And they beat Riverdale.
Yeah, I was going to say Henry County, of course, earlier this year. One of the 2 losses that Riverdale took was against Henry County. So Germantown, of course, was the other school that they are still alive in the 6A bracket as well. That could be a potential matchup in the state title game.
Yeah, we just mentioned that. So Knox Catholic and Baylor, Southwind and Henry County, we mentioned that. NBA McCauley, this will be a big game. The Blue Tornadoes and NBA, Montgomery Bell Academy, Marshall County, and Pearl Cone. And like we said, that Houston Germantown game. And right now, Baylor 14, Knox Catholic 7, Hampton 6, York Institute 6, Boyd Buchanan 10, and Alcoa Davidson Academy nothing. So Gary's got a 10-point lead in the second quarter. Alcoa 10 and Gatlinburg Pittman nothing, and that's in the second quarter. We're sitting at 6:35, and we're ready to go. Our sponsor tonight is John Jones Real Estate. We got an app. It's in the Google Play Store and the iTunes. In the regular season, you can download that app, and you'll get a ping and a notification when we go on air. We do 10 games live every year, and that's for free. Both these schools have been around for 51 years, that being Oakland and Riverdale. They both started in 1972, and we're here in Rutherford County, one of the biggest matchups, and we think there'll be 5,000 people here tonight, Anthony.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a very similar situation to what happened at Oakland earlier in the regular season, to where the fire department's going to be standing out there saying, hey, sorry, you got here way too late.
Well, let's run through the cast of characters, and we'll get ready to bring you 48 minutes under a waxing crescent tonight. We're working under one at waxing crescent. Lady on the camera, she's done a great job all year. She's a manager on some days at NADA, and on others she creates hats at Rustler from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and Jolie Spencer Montgomery, my daughter. This guy designed our website. He developed our app. We call it Stork Vision. It's in the iTunes Store, Google Play Store. Masters in Systems Analysis, Masters in Data Processing, both from Western Kentucky University. He hails from Louisville, Kentucky. That's Sam, the soccer man. This guy's from parts unknown. He's an Otterbein College alumnus. He hovers high above us, and he's hovering high above us tonight. on each broadcast. We call him Copernicus. He'll run us our stats tonight. He also does our graphics. That's Dean Fox, the Fox that rocks. This guy will be on the color. He'll be right next to me all night tonight. He does MTSU soccer, softball, women's basketball, men's basketball. Does a little football. Counts money in the day. Degree in media communications from MTSU from Los Angeles, California. Anthony Fiorella. My name's Stork Montgomery. I own and operate this contraption. We call it Stork Vision. And we're ready to bring you the 13th game of the season, staring down at about 22 minutes before kickoff. And now let's go to the Oakland side of the ball, the visitors, and talk a little bit about them. We went up to Center Grove. We saw them take their first loss of the season. They took another loss against Riverdale in the regular season, which puts them at 10-2 at this point. And so both teams 10-2. Both from different opponents that they took their losses from, but learned a lot in each one of those.
Well, and I tell you what, getting off that bus, you got to know 100% that those kids are going to be, number one, angry. I mean, just absolutely
Well, you don't have to tell anybody there's a game in town tonight. Man, you hadn't had to tell anybody.
Those kids are going to be angry to get off that bus tonight after what happened to them earlier this year. And, I mean, not to say Riverdale's not either as well. Like, they know what they're up against tonight. But, I mean, Oakland is just going to be an absolute – it's just going to be absolutely physical down there. And I think that's honestly what the key to the game for them is. I mean, you got to come in here and you've got to rough Riverdale up. You've got to out-physical them. I think if they come out and establish the run early, I look for them to go to that single wing early, get some of those DeJuan Morris, Ashton Jones, Avery Hainsworth, get some of those kids involved early. Run the ball down their throat, control the clock as well. They jumped out to a big first half lead, was up 17-0, and then in the second half, Riverdale made some great adjustments and was able to exploit the back end for them. That's going to be another huge key for them tonight. What type of adjustments have they made looking at the tape from that first game coming into the second game tonight on the back end of that defense, Stork? Because that's where they, if anywhere, that's where they've been a little bit susceptible this year is their defensive secondary. Going against probably what is going to be the number one passing attack in the state, regardless of classification, against Riverdale. We know what Riverdale's going to do. They're going to come out and they're going to try to throw the football. That's when they're most successful. So if Oakland
and then open up the run, they like to pass first and then run.
Yeah, it's a little different, but I think what's going to be important for Oakland, what's really going to help them on the back end is that defensive line and that front seven in general. You've got to put pressure on Braden Graham. I know it was last year.
You've got to find a way to get a goon back there.
I know it was last year. Braden Graham was running for his life quite a bit and has grown exponentially because of the play of his offensive line this year. He's been way more protected. But we've seen at times doing Riverdale games this year, when you put pressure on Braden Graham, he can mess up every now and again, and as can any quarterback. So I think that's what's going to be huge to help them out on the back end, especially in man coverage. When it's one-on-one and you're bringing the house, you've got to make sure that you get there. So you've got to be able to get in his face. Don't let him get the football out of his hands quickly because he can pick you apart.
Going to be an interesting night. We appreciate everybody joining us here on NFHS. Appreciate Corey Steneker letting us have this broadcast tonight. I appreciate Matthew Gillespie giving us the okay to call this. We probably know these two teams better than anybody else, and we've seen them. And we know a little bit about them.
Stork, I don't know, that we've ever done a game aside from maybe last season, I guess, when we did Blackman Oakland in the quarterfinal, where we've had such a conglomerate of Mr. Football semifinalists on the field tonight, too.
Yeah, you got the kicking game, of course, tonight. I mean,
both of them.
Both of them are excellent kickers.
And that's going to be huge in a ball game like this. That is absolutely a weapon for both teams. Not just kicking, but in punting the football, too. And, you get DeJuan Morris, one of the most explosive players in the state. He's up for Mr. Football. You've got Keyshawn Williams. You've got Jalen Thompson, Ashton Jones, a kid that has played in big, meaningful playoff games and has been big for them too. But, we talk a lot about Braden Graham also, but another thing that I'm going to keep my eye on tonight, the play of the Oakland quarterbacks. Whether it's, we know these past couple of weeks as Kyler Creasy's come back and he's gotten healthier and healthier.
And he's been alternating.
They still alternate with Patrick Freeman. Patrick Freeman coming in and getting that experience has really put together a successful year for them, and it's made it to where, look, I think what we're going to see tonight is whoever's got the hot hand as it gets later and later into this ball game, that's probably who we're going to see.
York Institute 14, Hampton 6. Once again, Alcoa 10, Gatlinburg Pittman 0. Both those games are in the second quarter. Boyd Buchanan is on top of Davidson Academy. Hall of Fame coach Gary Rankin looking to keep his ball club rolling. Baylor 14, Knox Catholic 7. So Knox Catholic not going away easy, and Baylor is a powerhouse. Bearden 7, Bradley Central 0. We're monitoring that game, and now we're live on NFHS. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us as we've been just talking about this game that's going on tonight. We're live here at Tomahawk Stadium, located off Warrior Drive. 624 square miles, represents Rutherford County, a population of 360,000 people. We're going to run 48 minutes, kids, under a waxing crescent, and we've got a dandy one for you here tonight.
Some notes from the space capsule. We'll go
Copernicus,
ahead. And go
ahead. Copernicus, you all.
As
Dean
we
Fox.
Closer and closer to kickoff. The overall series, this is going to be the 57th meeting between the Riverdale Warriors and the Oakland Patriots, with Riverdale holding a 33-23 advantage all time. Riverdale's win earlier this year snapped a 12-game winning streak from Oakland. What's at stake tonight? Of course, Oakland and Riverdale have combined to win 11 state titles throughout their histories. A win tonight would move Oakland 2 games away from its 4th straight state title game. The Patriots also won in 2018, 2008, 1998, and way back in 1984. Riverdale has won its 4 state titles in 1994, 1997, 2001, and most recently 19 years ago in 2004. Riverdale's last appearance in a state quarterfinal was 2020, and their last time in a state semifinal, 2011. Speaking of 2011, that was also the last time Riverdale went undefeated through region play. Game 7, Oakland and Riverdale have met 6 times in the postseason, with both schools winning 3 times apiece. Oakland won 39-14 in a state quarterfinal in 2020, the last time they both played. That game was at Ray Hughes Stadium. This is the 5th time they've met in the 3rd round of the playoffs, with Oakland winning in 1998 and 2020, and Riverdale winning in 2001 and 2015. Tough to beat twice. That is definitely true. When you talk about the game of football, the toughest thing to do is beat a team twice. Oakland has not lost to the same team twice in a season since 2012, when they lost to Siegel during the regular season and the playoffs. Oakland beat Riverdale twice in 2020. The key matchup tonight, Riverdale's offense versus Oakland's defense, is what he says. Riverdale's offense has averaged 43.6 points per game over its last 9 weeks. In its 10 wins this season, the Oakland Patriots have only allowed 57 points in those 10 wins. We look around the state, Bearden and Bradley Central. The winner of this game will visit either Bearden or Bradley Central in the state semifinal. Both teams are in an uncharted territory. Bearden has been to the state quarterfinal since 2011 and has only been to 1 semifinal, losing in 2007 to Sonny Gray and the Smyrna Bulldogs.
I remember that well.
En route to a state championship.
That was down at the Dog Pound. That was in 2006, right?
2007.
Seven
yeah.
was Bearden, and Ottawa was 2006. Sorry.
Ottawa was 2006. Bradley Central went to a state quarterfinal in 2017, but hasn't been to a semifinal since 1976, when they won the state championship in a 50-48 win in triple overtime in a state championship game over Jackson Central Mary at Floyd Stadium way back in 1976 here in Murfreesboro.
Wow.
2 other Class 6A schools in the quarterfinals tonight involve close rivalries. Ravenwood will travel 7 miles to play Brentwood again for the second time this year, and Houston for the second time will travel 5.4 miles to play Germantown out in West Tennessee. Close games. According to the algorithm on volunteer football stats,
Ran by Dean Fox. Copernicus.
All 4 quarterfinal games should be close. Bradley Central favored by 4. He has Riverdale favored by 3 in this ball game.
Wow.
Brentwood favored by 5 over Ravenwood, and Houston by 2 over Germantown.
That's a big algorithm right there.
He's calling for a couple of big ones.
Presentation of colors getting ready to happen. Bearden 14, Bradley Central 7. That's in the second quarter, and that's a game we're monitoring, like Anthony said. Alcoa 17, Gatlinburg Pittman 0. York Institute 22, Hampton 6. Davidson Academy 7, Boyd Buchanan 10. Baylor 21, Knox Catholic 14. All those games are in the second quarter as we are live here at Tomahawk Stadium. Director of Schools, Dr. James Sullivan. The principal here at Riverdale's Tamara Blair. Appreciate Megan Turnbow and all she does in her support. And David Limbaugh, he helped us out a little bit today. Appreciate Coach Kreisky getting me some goons at noon to help me haul this equipment up here. We're going to run 48 minutes under a waxing crescent. Rutherford County, 624 square miles, 360,000 people live here underneath this great football town. And this is kind of what we live for. Some people fish, some people hunt deer. We run a broadcast channel, and I just want to say thanks to my team tonight. We've really buckled down. We've gotten things done this year, and we've been able to put a product out there. But Sam continues to drive that app, and if you don't have it, just go out there to Google Play or iTunes and download that Stork Vision.
Speaking of the app, you actually should have just been pushed a notification via our app that we are live.
Yes. Even though it is through NFHS, it just came through, and we are live on NFHS. I can't thank Sam enough and all he does. Dean Fox, our graphics come through. We usually get them on Monday or Tuesday before every game. You just heard the pregame notes. Nobody else gets those type of notes, guys. I mean, Dean does a great, fantastic job. Jolie Spencer's done a wonderful job filling in. We had a torn meniscus from our main camera operator, Judy the Beauty, but Spencer's jumped right in, done a great job.
Which happy belated birthday. That's something that's cool that I like. Her and my mom share a birthday. They were born on the same day.
And tonight's my wedding anniversary. I got
happy
married.
Anniversary.
I got married. I got married in the middle of
years, right?
The 16. I got married in the middle of the run of the 2007 ring. Sonny Gray was a senior, and I was down in Smyrna. Here we go, kids. Let's go with the national anthem.
National Flag Cadet Sergeant Zoe Clark. The Riverdale Band will now play the national anthem.
And folks, both sides already full. We've got cars lined all the way down Warrior Drive, headlights as far as the eye can see as the fog starts to roll in on the reservation. And these people that are getting in right now, I'll tell you what, they're lucky
It's
to
going
be
to be
getting in.
It's going to be a tractor pull.
They're
going
to be standing at this point. There are no seats left, and it is slowly starting to fill up around the fence lines on both sides.
Oakland's captains have gathered together across the other side. We'll wait till Riverdale's captains kind of mosey on out, and then we'll run through that.
And
we got an 8-man crew tonight. We got an 8-man crew tonight, kids.
If you're in either one of these locker rooms tonight, Stork, as a coach, I mean, boy, delivering a message. I don't honestly think you got to say much. You know, I mean, if you're not here and juiced up for this football game, you don't have a heartbeat.
You know, this is one of the places that I used to dread, hated to come when I first started filming. I used to come down here and get my brains beat out by Gary Rankin back in the early days. But now, being independent, don't mind going to any of the schools because I don't have any skin in the game. Macaulay 7, NBA 3, Bradley Central 14, Bearden 14. So that game's knotted up at 14. It's tied over in East Tennessee, and that's at Bradley Central. Alcoa 17, Guttenberg Pittman 0, York 30, Hampton 6. That game's out of control. Boyd Buchanan 10, Davidson Academy 7. So Boyd Davidson has struck back. Baylor 21, Knox Catholic 14. Go ahead, Anthony, get the captains for the Oakland Patriots.
From left to right on your screen, number 33, the senior defensive lineman, Carlos Swader. You have number 26, a senior inside linebacker in Corey Smith. On the right, just second from the right, offensive lineman, number 60, Jake Riggs. He is a senior. And then you have number 4, tight end / offensive lineman. That is Deuce Hewitt. And the captains now coming out for Riverdale as Spencer zooms back out. We will get you those as soon as they are lined up down here. They will be on the bottom of your screen. Both teams, of course, wearing their traditional colors tonight.
And Oakland's going to go ahead and come on out. Watch.
I think they got to wait.
Well, they got those.
They got to wait till after the coin toss.
I don't think they are.
For Riverdale, the captains tonight, number 3, the senior Michigan State commit, Jalen Thompson. Number 1, Ryan Edmiston. He is a defensive end, also punts for him a little bit. Number 7, he's a receiver and cornerback, Keyshawn Williams. And then on the right, the quarterback, number 12, Braden Graham.
Tonight's sponsor is John Jones. John Jones Real Estate. Nobody sells homes like John. Our referee crew is an 8-man crew out of Nashville, Tennessee. And that's going to be Matthew Nix, Nicks, and running an 8-man crew tonight for playoffs. It's going to be a great night, you all. I mean, there are people that I don't think you can pick a winner, but there's people watching from all over the United States.
Yeah, I'm not. There's no way I'm picking a winner in this ball
game. Matt Nix is headed out to the midfield mark, you all, to the big gold R.
There's no way in heck you're going to ask me to pick a winner of this ball game. It is going to come down to the very last play, I think. I think it's going to be a close one. It'll be a tight one. It's going to be a physical game. It is going to be a drop-down heavyweight fight.
Matt Nix has called them, and he wants them at the midfield mark for the coin toss of round 3, game 12, or game 13, week 14. Sounds kind of crazy saying game 13, but it is game 13.
And you know, it's kind of bittersweet for us too, Stork, because
we're still alive.
We, of course, we don't know. This could be the last broadcast of the year for us. We don't know with either team going farther east next week, and then the state championship game. This could be our last week for Stork Vision.
Matt Nix talking to him right now. He's got a coin, and we're getting ready to go to work here. Director of Schools, Dr. James Sullivan. Principals, Tamara Blair, here at Riverdale. 51 years between these two schools.
Lots of photo, lots of video here tonight.
Oh, yeah, you've got a bunch of clowns down there, too. Coin in the air. He's talking to Riverdale, you all. Riverdale's won the toss. No, he's talking to Oakland. He's talking to Oakland. Oakland's won the toss. Oakland has won the toss. It's just a matter of him working it all out. They're going to defer. I know what they're going to do. Oakland wants to run toward the concession stand. Riverdale run toward Smyrna. And Oakland's won the toss. They're going to defer to the second half. 3 minutes and 13 seconds. We're getting ready to go to work under a waxing crescent here at Riverdale.
So the Riverdale offense will work from right to left on your screen to start the night.
And I can't read all those words on that. Maybe you all can. But Dale, no, I see that. But they
I think that's it.
Just Dale, no.
I think that's it.
Or is the writing on the other side and we can't see it?
I don't know.
Some faded paint. No, it's on this side, but it's a little faded. Oakland Patriots getting ready, and this neon down here, and just as soon as they run out, and then the lights for the Riverdale Warriors, as it's a disco David Limbaugh has set up here at Riverdale. Here comes the Oakland Patriots under the direction of Kevin Creasy, 10-2. Hearing the boos. Now swing it down here at the disco. All the way down if you can get it, down to the disco. There you go.
And do remember, so far,
here comes the Riverdale Warriors out.
They are still the 3-time defending state champs, so Riverdale is looking to knock them off the pedestal still.
And the teepee's got neon lights, you all. It'll light up. They've done some extra things here tonight.
I know
here comes the Riverdale Warriors, your Region 3 6A champion.
That I know is excited to be playing this game at home tonight.
They're the region champion of Region 3 this year.
They earned the right to play this ball game here tonight at Tomahawk Stadium.
Appreciate everybody joining us. Our sponsor tonight's John Jones Real Estate. Appreciate Corey Steneker, Matt Gillespie, Tamara Blair, Megan Turnbow, and David Limbaugh, under out of all people. But we're getting ready to go to work. We appreciate you joining us, and I'm going to do the best job I can. Our cast of characters are set and in position. Lady on the camera is going to be Jolie Spencer Montgomery. Copernicus is hovering high above us in that space capsule. He's got that TI-35 ready to roll. Man that's monitoring the broadcast, funneling me all these scores, is sitting in Louisville, Kentucky. Guy that's going to run the color and run this game with me. He's from Los Angeles, California. That's Anthony Fiorella. My name's Stork Montgomery. I own and operate this contraption. We call it Stork Vision. And we're ready to roll as I'm at a 6:59. Jacob Taylor's out there going to kick for the Oakland Patriots. And you know, Anthony, I was watching that game the other night where the other Taylor, as we were over at Mount Juliet, Garrett Taylor.
That's right.
When Garrett was kicking, and we were all at Mount Juliet with Ty Nix. Good memories there.
Yeah, that was the third round. He won them that game that night.
That was that third round. Joseph Anderson was in that bunch.
Oakland had to kick 4 or 5 field goals that night. He got them a lot of points.
Well, they're not waiting on us. We are the TV, and we're going to be live here with you for 3 hours. We'll not break for a commercial. Appreciate both coaches supporting me all this season.
And we appreciate you, the fan, for tuning in tonight.
We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. Jacob Taylor wears number 95. We're ready to roll here at Tomahawk Stadium, other known as Tom Nolan Field. We're underway. End zone going to start at the 20. Now you see that teepee all lit up. Isn't that neat, kids? 1st and 10. That's where Brady Graham will go to work in the Riverdale Warriors. And this first possession is real important, Anthony.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be important for both offenses to come out here early and get established. Whether you get points out of it or not, get you a couple of first downs and really try to work that game plan in early.
It looks like Graham's going to work with Thompson, number 3. He's got Keyshawn Williams down here at the bottom. Graham operates from a shotgun. Feet rest just on the 15. 2-step drop, looking to throw. Catching pressure. He's going to come to the earth real quick, Anthony.
Ball's out, too, and Oakland's got it.
Number 26 was right there. On the stop, Corey Smith.
Corey Smith on the very first play on offense for Riverdale. We talked about it in the pregame, Stork. It's going to be important to put pressure on Braden Graham. The strip sack on the first play from Corey Smith. Swader falls on it on the 20, and Oakland has got the ball in the red zone to start the game here early.
Well, they're going to work with Kyler Creasy. He's going to be the quarterback. He wears number 6 for the Oakland Patriots. Handoff. That's Morris.
And a good tackle there by Ryan Edmiston as he limits Morris to just 2 that time. And Ryan Edmiston, a kid that has really stepped up on the defensive side of the ball for Riverdale this year, coming from that defensive end, outside linebacker hybrid spot.
The 2nd and 8. Clock will continue to work here at Tomahawk Stadium. Ball's now marked just on the 19-18 line. Looks like that's Patrick Freeman. They hand off, go back to Morris. Morris flips, and now he's up to the 4-yard line.
Man, and what really makes a huge difference there, it's an I formation bob play. Everybody's just blocking big on big, straight ahead. But what you had that time, a great block by the fullback, Deuce Hewitt, kicking out that defensive end.
And now Creasy in with Deuce Hewitt as the fullback. Handoff back to Morris. Morris looking. Morris going to go in the end zone. Touchdown Oakland. Touchdown DeJuan Morris.
Man, a power play. And like we talked about early, I think it's going to be so important for these big kids up front tonight. Whoever wins that battle up front is going to win this ball game. And what a dominant first couple of plays by the Oakland Patriot offensive line as they run the ball and get themselves into the end zone, taking advantage of the turnover.
Ashton Jones to hold, Taylor to kick for the Oakland Patriots. They dot that I.
Kick is good.
7-0. Anthony's just freaking out over the monitoring of the Stork Vision. We're blowing them up. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just the way it captured it wrong. Just took a minute, Anthony. 11 minutes still left to go here in
the turnover battle. You know, the team that can generate turnovers in this ball game, that's going to be huge. You got to win the battle in the trenches. You got to create some turnovers when you're just evenly matched when you look at all the skill positions, and that's what Oakland did. They came out on the first play, strip sack. They brought a blitz. Swader fell on it. They established the run early. 4 plays, and they're in the end zone. Riverdale's got to respond here. I know it's early. But
yeah, you don't want this game to get out of control.
You just took it in the chops right there.
Oakland was real aggressive on that first series. Taylor puts his right foot into it. They're going to kick it back out of the end zone. They're going to start at the 20. 1st and 10, Graham.
And what's going to be really important as Riverdale's offense heads back out. Deep breath, guys. You came back from a 17-0 deficit across town earlier this year. You're going to face adversity in this ball game. Unfortunately, it happened a lot earlier than you probably thought it would, but still a long, long way to go. Do not get discouraged.
Graham's going to operate from a shotgun. 2 wide receivers down at the bottom, 2 at the top, so he's got 4 spread wide. Claps his hands, looking to throw, cuts it loose. And that's number 6, Brock Montgomery.
Yeah, and a good tackle down there as Montgomery picks up about 4 on the hitch route. Something that's going to be interesting to watch. I think what Oakland is probably going to do in their back end is play a lot of zone coverage tonight. What you do is give Riverdale everything underneath, but you've got to tackle well. They didn't do a tremendous job of tackling in that first game as Bronson Crisp is coming off the field there for Oakland.
They send Montgomery to the top, and Graham will work out of a shotgun. Keyshawn Williams and all those other guys are down here. He's looking down this way, and he was looking at Keyshawn. Woodruff was there, but it just didn't develop, did it?
And see, in a situation like that, that's why it's important on 1st and 2nd down to tackle well, because you get an incomplete pass, now you force a 3rd and long. Riverdale going to have a plus play.
Clock continues to work here at incomplete pass. So 10:25 left to go here in the first quarter. 7-0 Patriots. 3rd and 7 now for the Riverdale Warriors. Graham will work from a shotgun with 4 wide receivers. Going to hand it off. And Anthony, they didn't get nowhere as DJ Taylor on that right side. This brought a 4th down.
And now with a 3 and out, like I said, Riverdale at some point they're going to have to be able to establish the run tonight. And right there, going 3 and out early, you're going to have to punt the football away and have a good kick here, as Oakland is probably going to get some pretty decent field position.
Armand on to punt for the Riverdale Warriors. Or Lewis back to punt, sorry. Cuts it loose. And going to be taking it at the 35 up to the 40 and going to run right out of bounds. That's Tutt, Craig Tutt.
Craig Tutt, just a sophomore here over these last several games for Oakland, has really started to come on strong and prove himself to be a major key to the puzzle for them.
Okay, Sam says bring us up a little bit. Let me see if I can't do that just a little bit. I'll add a little juice to us, and let's see if we can do that.
Now we'll see how aggressive does Riverdale get defensively after Oakland was just able to run the ball at will on that first drive.
1st and 10, they go back to Morris. Morris coming this way. He's up to the 40. He's up to the 45, up to the 50, up to the 45, up to the 40. Steps right out of bounds as his defender was right there, number 21, Traylon Davis.
And they're not being cute about it either. They're coming out and they're just loading up the line of scrimmage. Everybody in the stadium knows we're fixing to run the football and we're going to come right at you and we're going to make you stop us.
Ball now marked on the 39-yard line of the Riverdale Warriors. And, man, they took a hunk right there, Anthony.
Yeah, a really good run that time by DeJuan Morris.
McCauley 7, NBA 6.
Ooh.
Creasy is now operating from a shotgun with one wide receiver to the top. Little pitch, jet sweep to number 5, and that's Ashton Jones. Ashton Jones, man, he gashed him, Anthony.
And that's what's so dangerous about both Ashton Jones and DeJuan Morris. When they get off tackle and they get into that open space, they know when to hit second gear. They're patient enough to let those linemen get upfield and let the blocks develop. But then when they turn it up and get into the second gear, that's when it can get dangerous.
The big thing I see is all of Oakland's offensive plays have been for big hunks of yards, y'all. Big hunks. Patrick Freeman, he's going to hand off back to DeJuan Morris. Morris on that left side. That's like 7, 8 yards. Ooh. 7 yards. Tackle made by number 4 of the Riverdale Warriors. That's Keyshawn Williams.
And so far, Riverdale's still been coming out in their base defensive sets. Running that 4-3.
3 games now at halftime. Bearden 14 and Bradley Central 14. That game is knotted up. Creasy going to reach up underneath the center. Hands off on that right side, and that's Ashton Jones. Still on his feet, Anthony.
Yeah, Jalen Thompson was there and met him maybe a yard or two past the line of scrimmage, but he did a good job of keeping those feet churning and dragged him and ended up getting 8 out of that play.
8:44 left to go here in the first quarter. It's second down, 2nd and 3 now for the Oakland Patriots. Ball's going to be marked just on the 16-yard line. Doing a great job, Jolie Spencer. Hang in there. Patrick Freeman is the quarterback. He's going to run from a shotgun. Oakland still yet to pass. They hand it off to Ashton Jones on the left side. He's been swallowed up from the rear end on a tackle play.
Going to be close. Don't know that
Ryan
he was
Evanston
able to
was
get
in there.
Don't know that he was able to get to the sticks that time. I think he's going to be just short, so it's going to be a big 3rd down play here as Oakland is once again in the red zone. Nope, they did move him. First down.
All righty, 1st and 10 now for Tyler Creasy and the Oakland Patriots. Back to Morris. Morris just goes and gets the ball, and he runs right up the middle, Anthony, and he's got it up to about the 6-7 yard line.
They've had success with these little counter plays early too, Stork. You pull the guard, get him in there to kick out that inside back, or that outside backer, and they've been able to get to the second level every single time they've run that play so far.
Now back to Patrick Freeman. He's running the offense of the Patriots out of a shotgun. They send Hewitt in motion. Back, and that's Morris. Morris following his blockers, staying on his feet. He's going to get up to about the 5. Helmet come off. That dude will have to come out of the game.
A much better job that time defensively by Riverdale. Number 42, Anthony Gunn, was the first man to get there. His helmet did come off, but that time doing a much better job of fighting over the top of those blocks and doing a good job of those outside linebackers of forcing the pulling guards back in and not letting them get kicked out.
I formation 3rd and 2. Man,
I think it's going to be a false start on Oakland. First flag of the night here.
And that could make it 3rd and 7.
Oh, offsides on Riverdale, they say. So that's going to be a first down. For Oakland.
Yeah. Well, it's inside, so it's going to be half the distance, but it's going to be close. Let's see what they say.
Oakland once again knocking on the door. And again, still has not thrown a single
First
pass.
and goal now. Back to Dwan Morris. Dwan Morris, he's close to the touchdown line. Is he in? Touchdown Dwan Morris. Touchdown Oakland Patriots.
Less than 6 minutes into this ball game, the Mr. Football semifinalist, Dwan Morris, has already got 2 touchdowns to his name, and Oakland with an early 2-possession lead here that has silenced the Warrior fans on this side of the field.
Jones to hold, Taylor to kick on an untimed down. Dots that eye, you
Man,
all,
Stork,
14-0.
They're not being cute. They're not, they're loading up the line of scrimmage, and they're not hiding it at all. They're saying we're going to play physical, we're going to run the football, and we're going to continue to do it until you stop us. Riverdale has got to respond here defensively. They've got to figure out a way to make Oakland start putting the ball in the air.
Brentwood 7, Ravenwood nothing. Middle Tennessee Christian 7, Columbia Academy 0. Rest of the games are at the half. That's Davidson and Boyd are knotted up at half. York Institute 43, Hampton 6. That game's cooked. Baylor 21, Knox Catholic 21. That's at halftime, you all. Of course, Baylor loaded. Bradley Central and Bearden, it's at half, 14's at 14, so we're getting ready, and some of those other games are getting underway, and some scores are coming in. Moore County McKenzie's tied up at 7s. We'll get a read on Houston and Germantown, but Taylor getting ready to kick off from the 40. As it's been all Oakland here in the first quarter with 6:41 left to go in the first quarter, and you're going to have to go down and score, Anthony. I mean, you're going to have to get the football and keep it out of Oakland's hands.
Yeah, I know, like you said, Stork, I know it's early and we're still in the first quarter.
But you can't let the game get away from you.
Can't let it get out of control in a game like this. You're exactly right.
Well, ball in the air. Back out of the end zone, and so they'll start at the 20 as Taylor successfully kicked it 3 times. Anthony, the ball gone in the end zone.
Warrior football, first down and 10 at the 20.
All righty, 1st and 10. Graham is the quarterback. They got Keyshawn Williams down here by us. They're going to send Montgomery up to the top of the screen. They got Braylon Vanderbilt down here by us. Going to run 4 wide receivers. Graham from a shotgun. Looking for a hard count. And now he's let DJ Taylor have it. DJ Taylor looking for something, but swallowed up by that Oakland defense very quickly, Anthony.
Did a good job that time of spinning and cutting back upfield, and he's able to get about 5 right there. Riverdale's got to have that. I think they've got to be able to run the ball on 1st and 2nd down.
Well, you don't need to be in a hurry. You don't need to be in a hurry. You got the football, and that's a good thing.
Right, but what you got to be able to do is run the ball on 1st and 2nd down to put themselves in a more manageable 3rd down situation if you get to that.
4 wide receivers is what Graham's got to work with. He snaps
pressure.
2-step drop. He lets it go. Going on the far side of the field. He wanted Woodruff. Woodruff wanted a that was close, you all. He came over the top.
Pass falls incomplete.
But it's incomplete.
They were working on Gus Ramsey for Oakland that time. It was Woodruff on a corner route. A good throw there that time by Graham as well. I mean, he did put it over that outside shoulder to where only Woodruff would have had a chance, but a good job by Ramsey of staying with him step for step.
Copernicus has got it in. He's got to shoot some stats. Be ready to run with those. 5 wide receivers for Braden Graham. Graham looking to throw. Cuts it loose. Just a quick hot pass across the middle, Anthony, on a crossing route. Keyshawn Williams.
First completion of the night there on a quick slant to Keyshawn Williams. And what I think is going to be important for Riverdale throwing the ball tonight is do what you got to do to establish confidence with Braden Graham. You don't necessarily got to go for a bunch of home runs early. Just complete passes, get into a rhythm, get these receivers involved, and then the home run will come later on.
Graham will work with 5 wide receivers. One's backed off the line and 4's up on the line. Long count. Here, he's going to throw. Cuts it loose. He's got Woodruff. Woodruff slung to the gal by Corey Smith, Anthony.
Oh, and they all wanted a flag down here on
Man,
this
it
side.
was a horse collar if I ever saw one.
Oh, but it is going to move the sticks. A good job by Woodruff hanging on to the football. And that's a good read right there by Braden Graham, too. They come out 5 wide. Oakland still shows blitz, but Graham is smart enough to know, hey, I don't think both of these guys are going to come, and they certainly didn't. They run a stunt, back one off, and he knows where he's got Woodruff in the soft spot of that zone and finds him.
Starting to get some confidence with those 5 wide receivers and those weapons. Graham looking to throw. Throws it out to Woodruff. Woodruff coming this way. 45, 50, up to the 45, up to the 40, up to the 35. Riverdale's now on a roll, and they bring it into Oakland territory.
Woodruff did a great job that time. He knew as soon as he caught that football, I'm not going to have much time. I got to get upfield quick. Number 4, Keyshawn Williams, was able to hold his block just long enough to spring Woodruff down that sideline. And this is a kid, we talk about Craig Tutt for Oakland. Ben Woodruff for Riverdale has really come on late this year and been a big weapon for them.
Brock Montgomery, Keyshawn Williams, and Woodruff are all at the top of the screen, and Braylon Vanderbilt's down here by himself. Graham operates from a shotgun with DJ Taylor. Bad snap high over his head. He's scrambling. Now Oakland's got on pick and scoop. That's Corey Smith. Corey Smith at the 40, 45, 35, 30, 25, 20. Tackle from behind by DJ Taylor up to 15, Anthony.
Just a bad snap. I mean, the field is wet. Don't know if the football was wet. The snap went over Braden Graham's head, and he just couldn't get back to it. A good job there by Corey Smith of recognizing that as well, and he's able to pick it up and nearly score had it not been for a touchdown-saving tackle by DJ Taylor. And now Oakland with another turnover, the second one they've forced here in this first quarter, has the opportunity to go up 3 scores early, and I did not think I'd be saying that.
Matthew Nix wears the white hat. I'm not for sure if we've got a penalty called on this play. He's out of Nashville. Sideline warning called against Oakland. That's it, isn't it?
No.
Is it? No. Illegal
block,
block. 15 yards. So that kind of negates Corey Smith's little run after he picked it up, but he gets a couple out of it, Anthony, either way.
Boy,
they're going to work with Patrick
Riverdale
Freeman.
was putting together such a good-looking drive, too. Oh, that hurts if you're a Warrior.
Chase Bandy down here at the bottom. Freeman right up the middle.
Ashton Jones for 7. And, I mean, like I said, Stork, they're just going to continue to go downhill until Riverdale's able to either meet them at the line of scrimmage or start forcing them to go over the top. Oakland's still yet to throw a pass tonight.
Tackle made by number 21, Traylon Davis. They got Creasy in there now as the quarterback. Hewitt's in that slot.
Strong eye set.
Pitch to Ashton Jones. He's on that left side, you all. He wears number 5. Going to be close to the first down, Anthony.
And Riverdale, these last couple of runs, has done a lot better of a job of setting the edge that time. They don't let Jones and Morris get loose. Where they've been getting gashed is up the gut. And here on a 3rd and maybe 1, probably what we're going to be looking at here.
And this really hurts, because Oakland's looking to, put 21 points between them and Riverdale needs that ball back quick. Creasy, good and tight set, you all, and straight ahead. Straight ahead. It's going to be close. And you're in 4-down territory, Anthony, and got a powerful kicker.
He's got a first down there.
Running an 8-man crew under this waxing crescent tonight. Chain gang moves. Boxman resets everything 2-1 as we're on the 23-yard line on that far hash mark.
But
Sponsor tonight's John Jones. John Jones Real Estate. Nobody sells homes like John. Patrick Freeman is going to reach up underneath the center. He's got Morris back there. Pitches it to Morris. Morris coming this way, being chased. Oh, he gets out of one. Runs out of bounds, Anthony, about at the 25.
But again, a good job in pursuit that time by Riverdale. Oakland not having as much success going off tackle now, running the football. Just got to shore up the middle and force them to try to go over the top to beat you now.
Creates a second down, the 2nd and 10 with 2:54 left to go here in the first quarter as he ran out of bounds. And now we're going to work on this hash that's closest to us. Director of Schools, Dr. James Sullivan. Principal here at Riverdale is Tamra Blair. Appreciate everybody joining us on Stork Vision for this NFHS broadcast. Kyler Creasy going to run from a shotgun with Morris to the left of him. Bandy in motion. Morris now coming up the middle. Morris. And Anthony, he's going to get up to about the 17-yard line.
Yeah, and going to be interesting what they decide to do here. I'm kind of with you, Stork. I know you're up 2 scores and it's aggressive early, but if you get into 4-down territory, if it's short enough, I think they do go for it.
It's playoffs. You're going to take some risk.
If Riverdale can force an incompletion or a negative play here, though, I think it's going to bring Jacob Taylor on the field.
Brentwood 10, Ravenwood 0.
Big 3rd down here for the Riverdale defense.
Freeman will operate with Morris right behind him. Chase Bandy in motion and pulls it from Morris. Freeman puts it on the ground, then throws it back to Chase Bandy. Bandy still on his feet, and he's up to the 10-yard line.
And that's going to be
Tackled
enough.
by JoJo Smith.
That is going to be enough for the 1st down. And, boy, yeah, your heart dropped a little bit right there when you saw that football hit the ground. Luckily, he was able to get a good enough bounce, and Patrick Freeman hung in there, and he's able to complete his first.
And you got to stay
pass
patient. You got to stay patient at that point too, Anthony. If something like that happens, you got to move quick, but you got to stay patient.
Right.
Creasy with Hewitt right behind him in an old-fashioned eye. DeJuan Morris right up the middle. DeJuan spinning like a tornado in Tennessee, and his helmet comes off, Anthony. And I'm not for sure forward progression. If you get up to the 4 or the 3, where they're going to mark it, looks like about the 4-yard line. Like I said, Bearden 14, Bradley Central 14, McCauley 7, MBA 9, Knox Catholic 21, Baylor 21, Boyd Buchanan 10, Davidson Academy 10, Alcoa 24, Gatlinburg Pittman 0. We're live here at Tomahawk Stadium. We got a heck of a game going. Out of an old-fashioned eye, Freeman running it for the Patriots. Ashton Jones right up the right side. Ashton Jones in the end zone. Touchdown Ashton Jones, touchdown Oakland Patriots.
I'm dumbfounded, Stork. I did not think that we would have a 3-score game on our hands here
in the first quarter.
I did not think we would have this, but Oakland has just come out and they have established physical dominance on both sides of the ball, and that's what's gotten them to this point. Got to give credit to those guys over there for coming out here and hitting Riverdale in the mouth early.
Snap, the hold, the kick, all 3 are good for the Patriots. Hunter Rather is the long snapper for the Oakland Patriots, and that makes it 21-0, Anthony.
But again, like I said, a lot of football left to play here. If you're Riverdale, you had a great-looking drive on this last drive. You had a great-looking drive. Unfortunately, had the bad snap. So what you got to do here, again, take a deep breath. Still a lot of football left to play. Don't let things get out of hand. We just need to get some points on the board and get back in this game.
Well, the worst part about it is, Oakland's going to get happy. That's what you're running up against now. And Oakland getting happy is not good.
But on the flip side of the coin for Oakland, getting out to this fast start, you were up 17-0 in the earlier game this year.
Yep.
So what's important for you, you've got to keep
that
foot on the gas pedal.
That's what Ty Nick said earlier today, Anthony.
You've got to keep your foot on the gas pedal. Do not let up. If you're able to make this game 50-0 if you're Oakland, you're able to make it 50-0 if you're Oakland. I don't communicate with a lot of football people in the offseason, but boy, when it gets this time of year, my phone blows up before this one. Yeah.
Taylor puts his right foot into it, and let's see if he gets it out of the end zone. That's 4th time, Anthony. He's going to make them start at that 20.
That's a weapon when you got to make an opposing offense go 80 yards, and you take a weapon like Isaiah Verser, who we've seen run multiple kicks back for touchdowns this year, out of the game.
Yep. You took that weapon away as we work under this waxing crescent with 1:14 left to go here in the first quarter at Tomahawk Stadium. He's going to work with 4 wide receivers, and it looks like he does. Let's see who he's got in there as the tailback. Claps. It's DJ Taylor. Graham looking to throw, catching pressure. They got a hold of him. Now he throws it off to DJ Taylor, but DJ Taylor slips and falls on the ground, y'all.
It's wet down there, Stork, and that's going to happen tonight. A good job by Braden Graham of making something happen that time and getting it off to Taylor, but unfortunately losing his footing. They're going to lose about 2 yards here.
Quentin Norfolk and some of those guys back there just giving all kinds of pressure to Graham and making it difficult on him to do what he needs to do for the Riverdale Warriors. They bring number 7, that's Braylon Vanderbilt down here. We've got Keyshawn Williams, Woodruff, and Brock Montgomery all up at the top of the screen. Here we go. Lineman, 3 down lineman for Oakland. DJ Taylor steps up to block. And they completed out to Brock Montgomery, but he doesn't get much, Anthony. He's slung to the earth by number 12 for the Oakland Patriots. That's Bronson Crisp.
And credit the Oakland defense, too, matching the physicality of the offense. That's helped create these turnovers early. Brock Montgomery makes a good catch that time, but Bronson Crisp with a great tackle that time.
East Nashville 14, Liberty Creek nothing. Middle Tennessee Christians winning, you all. 14-7 over Columbia Academy. Graham going to operate from a shotgun with 3 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Keyshawn Williams is down here at the bottom, and we've got an equipment situation going on.
No, it's the end of the first quarter.
End of the first quarter. Well, I didn't know. I saw Keyshawn Williams walking forward, and I didn't have that angle.
The clock has hit 0, and I did not think this would be the score that we would be reporting right now, but it is the Oakland Patriots 21, the Riverdale Warriors nothing.
Our sponsor tonight is John Jones Real Estate. Nobody sells homes like John. Appreciate John and all he does for our team throughout the year. He makes it. He's the engine that makes the train go. That's for sure. Appreciate Dr. James Sullivan. Tamara Blair is the principal here. David Limbaugh, he does what he does, just being David. Megan Turnbow as we run now this 36 minutes under a waxing crescent. We got 3 quarters left of this as we're located here on Warrior Drive. Will Kreisky started in 2016, and he's gotten the Warriors up to this point. Really needs to get them dialed in, needs to get the football back a couple of times. Copernicus will be getting us those stats. Hang tight, you all. And appreciate you joining us here on Stork Vision for this NFHS broadcast. Appreciate Corey Steneker, Matt Gillespie. Our cast of characters. And Julio Jones is now watching. Appreciate Julio watching. Julio's a good man. He plays for the Philadelphia Eagles, and that is Jolie Spencer Montgomery, our camera operator, and him are good buddies. And as he prepares for his game Sunday. Julio, appreciate you joining us, and hopefully I'm bringing all the action to you. Copernicus will get you some stats here shortly. Hang tight, Julio. Here we go. We're going to run with Graham, and now they're going to run with those 5 wide receivers, and Riverdale really needs to get on the board. He's going to operate from a shotgun. Long count. This takes 2 steps. Looking, throws across the middle. And Keyshawn Williams, but number 2 was there to stop him. That's Steven Allison.
Like I said, the defense matching the physicality of the offense. 2 completed passes in a row. Or no, excuse me, 3 completed passes in a row on that drive. Went for 4 yards. You cannot say that often, especially against a Riverdale offense like this that's thrown the ball all over the yard all year long.
Dylan Lewis back to punt for the Warriors. Tut back deep. Cuts it loose. 40, 35. Going to get a sweet roll right up to about the 34-yard line, and that's where the Oakland Patriots will take over. 1st and 10.
34, what'll be first down? Patriots.
Appreciate everybody joining us on Stork Vision. It's a beautiful night here in Rutherford County.
We got the stats. Here they are.
Roll with it.
At the end of the first quarter, Oakland 7 first downs, Riverdale 3, -4 yards on the ground for the Warriors, 97 for the Patriots. We'll get you the rest after this upcoming play.
Kyler Creasy going to operate from a shotgun. They hand off to Juan Morris on that right side. Morris, he's got 5 yards.
Morris on the carry.
Got more than 5.
He got more than 5. Yeah, he got about 10. Do they got the chain set?
Yeah, that. Oh no, you were right. Yeah, they were late getting the chains over there.
This is kind of a comical situation here, but now I guess it's 2nd and 5.
50 yards through the air for Riverdale, 9 for Oakland. 106 total yards for the Patriots, 46 for Riverdale. the big key, 2 turnovers by Riverdale that Oakland has forced, and that has got us at the 21-0.
Freeman will operate under a waxing crescent from the 38. He hands off to Morris. Morris up the middle.
I think Anthony Gunn was the first one to get there.
Gain of 4.
But it's 4 yards. Now Kevin Creasy's running the clock, and he's running the football. 3rd down, 3rd and 2 with 10:15 left to go on a rolling clock here in the first half.
I know it's risky, and I know it's aggressive, but if you're Riverdale, you've got to start stacking the box and bringing some pressure here and forcing Oakland to throw the football.
1 to the top, 1 to the bottom, operates out of a shotgun. Kyler Creasy hands off to DeJuan Morris. Morris coming this way. He's going to work up to the 45. Work out of bounds. He's pulled out of bounds by number 2, Cameron Darden.
And that's great vision that time by DeJuan Morris. He gets right up there to the line of scrimmage and notices, oh boy, I'm in a traffic jam here. Looks just to his left, and immediately as he looks to his left, also sticking that foot in the ground, he's able to explode off that left side and get just enough to move the chains.
He stepped out of bounds. Clock stops. Chain gang moves. Boxman resets. Ball now marked on the 47. Patrick Freeman is your quarterback. 1 to the top, and he's got a single gun. He hands it to DeJuan Morris. That was something. But either way, it worked really well as he just gashed him for about 11 yards, and we'll see where they mark this. They're going to mark it up to about the 41.
Draw play that time. They come out with a couple of wide receivers split up there to the top, go to that late handoff, and DeJuan Morris averaging well over 7 yards a carry here tonight.
Houston leads Germantown 3-0 in the second. Thank you, Sam. 1st and 10 now for the Oakland Patriots.
Got a little bit of wind finally starting to blow here at the stadium. Heavy set up front again for Oakland.
Kyler Creasy's running the offense. Hands off to Ashton Jones this way. Jones still on his feet. He's going to get about 3 or 4, Anthony.
And what's going to be key for Riverdale, these linebackers especially, when they come out and they stack this line of scrimmage like that, they're pulling the guard, they're pulling the tackle every time. As the linebackers, you got to be able to read that and beat them across their face and force that running back to have to cut back into the defense.
Brentwood 10, Ravenwood 7. No score on FRA and CPA. And Page is beating Centennial 7-0. Kyler Creasy still running it. No, Freeman. It's Freeman. Freeman hands off. DeJuan Morris waits and then just puts his foot on the gas. Anthony, he's going to go into the end zone untouched. Touchdown DeJuan Morris. Touchdown Oakland Patriots. Hesitated.
And like I said earlier, what's so great about him is that he's patient enough to let those blocks develop. He lets that center and guard get to the second level. They combo to the second level, kick that backer out, and then he's in second gear. And when he gets into second gear, it's hard to catch him. And Oakland is about to take a 4-touchdown lead here with this extra point.
Hunter rather to snap, Ashton Jones to hold. Jacob Taylor on to dot that I. And he does just that. And it's 28-0 with 8:29 left here in the first half at Tomahawk Stadium. We appreciate you joining us tonight on Stork Vision. Director of Schools, Dr. James Sullivan, principal here at Riverdale. Tamara Blair. Appreciate Megan Turnbow. Appreciate you joining us under this waxing crescent tonight. Spread across 624 square miles, 360,000 people.
Got a score update from MTCS and Columbia Academy. 14-7 Cougars. A big touchdown run by Eli Wilson puts them on top. That is via the volleyball coach from MTCS, Troy Berry. Also does some PA at MTSU, my good buddy.
Bearden 14, Bradley Central 14, McCauley 7, MBA nothing. 21-21, Knox Catholic and Baylor. Boyd Buchanan 10, Davidson Academy 10. York Institute 43, Hampton 6. Alcoa 24, Gatlinburg Pittman 0. Houston 3, Germantown 0. McKenzie 7, Moore County 7. Macon County 7, Upperman B 7.
A lot of 7-7 games out there.
East Robertson 21, Smith County 0. Home of the Owls. Right foot into it for Jacob Taylor.
There's a flag. Offsides on Oakland. A couple of those kids got past Jacob Taylor.
Let me get through these. East Robertson 21, Smith County 0. Middle Tennessee Christian 14, Christian Academy 7. Southwind 7, Henry County 7. Ravenwood 7, Brentwood 10. CPA 16, FRA 0. South Pittsburgh 19, Gordonsville yet to get on the board. Page 7, Centennial nothing. Pearl Cone and Marshall County don't have a score. We are caught up, and that is your scoreboard as of right now. We'll get back to those here in a minute, as it's 28-0 Oakland Patriots here in the first half. And Riverdale just yet to get on the board and yet to put together a drive that gets them even close to the even for Khalil Armand. And Copernicus has got you something. Let's go.
Wait till after the kick. I don't want to interrupt the play.
I hear you. Taylor. Busted. All right, going to come out at the 20 and go ahead.
Even with the penalty, still kicking it through the end zone. Man, what a kick. On that last drive, 6 plays, 66 yards, 2:41 comes off the clock for DeJuan Morris so far tonight. 13 carries for 112 yards and 3 touchdowns here in the first half.
That's from Copernicus. He's hovering high above us in his space capsule, just enjoying the game and bringing us those numbers. Graham is going to operate from a shotgun with 4 wide receivers. Oakland's defense shifts and going to call him for offsides, Anthony. Going to bump him forward 5 yards. So the little real estate there given to Graham and the Riverdale Warriors going to make it 1st and 5 from the 25.
Patriots.
Okay, they got Keyshawn Williams and Braylon Vanderbilt up at the top. We got Woodruff and Montgomery down here closest to us. He's going to run with DJ Taylor to the right of him. Long count. Steps up, looking to throw. And he's got it in Isaiah Verser's hands. That's who that is. Isaiah Verser's now into the ball game, number 22. He runs out of bounds.
And Riverdale knows it's just going to have to take what it can get. If they're giving you something underneath, take it. Let these receivers, let these running backs do what they can do when they get the football in their hands. A good job on that crossing route by Isaiah Verser.
They're going to operate with 4 wide receivers. Graham. Gary Rankin's getting beat. Davidson Academy slipped ahead 17-10. Graham operates from a shotgun. He's got Isaiah Verser in there now. To the right of him out of a single gun with 4 wide receivers. And he gets it to Vanderbilt, number 7.
Yeah, quick slant that time going against zone coverage. And what Riverdale's been trying to do is spread this defense out. Make it to where Oakland can't blitz and can't put that pressure on Braden Graham unless they get to him with that 3-man front, or in some cases a 4-man front when they come out of a nickel set.
Keyshawn Williams and Braylon Vanderbilt are at the top. Woodruff and Brock Montgomery down here at the bottom. Graham operates from a shotgun, 2-step, looking to throw. Cuts it loose. It looks like he hit
lost
his
the
hand.
ball.
And now Oakland's got it. Oh, my goodness. Number 8 has recovered it, and that's Caleb Ellison. It's 1st and 10, Patriots.
It's got to be a wet football. I mean, he goes to let go of that thing, and it just slips right out of his hands. They've had a bad snap. Will Kreisky's down there arguing that it was a forward pass that should be incomplete. I don't know. I think it was pretty close, but the call on the field is Oakland ball, and this is the 4th turnover tonight by Riverdale. Just disastrous here in this first half for the Warriors.
Boyd now down 17-10, and Bradley Central's now up 21-14 in the 3rd. And now look here, we got a little wildcat as DeJuan Morris is in a shotgun. They hike it. He keeps it. He's going up the middle. He's going to score. Nobody's going to touch him, you all. Touchdown, DeJuan Morris. Touchdown, Oakland.
What a first half performance by number 17 in white.
Goes 34 yards.
Wow.
That's going to put him, let's do a little bit of math here.
Now, you're not as good
That's
as
going to put him up
Copernicus.
to, let's see, what do we got here? 112 and then add 34. 146 yards and 4 touchdowns in the first half for DeJuan Morris.
And your mom and dad helped pay for that education. Taylor to kick. Bust it. He dots that eye, you all. And you know what we're in, Anthony? Now, you're not in it right now.
But
you are coming out at the second half.
Riverdale's
and guess who get the football coming out at the second half?
Riverdale has got to get some
Oakland
points on
Patriots.
the board on this drive.
Yeah, got to stop the
I mean,
clock.
I don't think anybody anywhere in the state thought that there would be a running clock potentially in this game tonight. I just don't I don't think anybody saw it, including myself. But Oakland has come out. They forced 3 turnovers. They've established physical dominance running the football tonight, and Riverdale just has not been able to get anything going offensively. They just have not been able to, the bad snap, they fumble right there. They just haven't been able to get anything going.
Our sponsor tonight's John Jones Real Estate. Nobody sells homes like John.
And after the kick, we will get you some more scores and get you caught up.
Well, Gatlinburg-Pittman's just getting demolished by Alcoa 24-0. Not much else happening. Sam will text me if we get something going. Let's play football under this waxing crescent. Going to bring it out, and Graham's going to have to work from the 20 just like he has all night, Anthony, with 7:32 left to go here in the first half. Spencer, you're doing a great job on the camera, so keep working it. CPA 16, FRA nothing. Brentwood 10, Ravenwood 7. Moore County and McKenzie are knotted up at 7, and Houston still ahead of Germantown 3-0. Graham operates from a shotgun with 4 wide receivers. His feet rest just on the 15-yard line. Handoff on that left side. That's DJ Taylor. He's still on his feet, looking to get something, and not a whole lot there, just trying to keep him honest, Anthony.
Yeah, and not been able to establish the run here early, but it's because you're playing from such a big hole. You know, they've got to whatever they've got to do. It doesn't matter. Heck with the clock at this point. You've got to get some points on this drive if you're going to be able to dig back out of this hole coming out in the second half.
Quentin Norfolk and his party were there in on a stop, and they're going to run with 4 wide receivers. Graham operates from a shotgun with DJ Taylor just to the left of him. Out of a single gun, hikes it. That's Woodruff. Boy, he was met quick, Anthony. I mean, met quick.
Good tackle once again by Bronson Crisp, who has had an outstanding night down there at the cornerback position for Oakland.
Not getting any yak. You're catching it, but not getting any
yeah,
yak.
well, you know, we challenged them, Stork. I mean, we said, where has Oakland been most susceptible defensively this year? It's been the back end. They're letting Riverdale catch the ball underneath, but doing a much better job tonight of tackling, and it's made a huge difference.
Well, I mean, Riverdale really needs to score just to keep their morale and everything and get back in this ball game. That's what they need to do. Graham?
There's nothing there. They go roll him out to the right, going to that short side of the field, trying to get Brock Montgomery on an out route, and he just ran out of real estate. There was nothing he could do there, and Riverdale going to have to punt this one away now.
Julio's wanting to know why we thought this was the best game in the state, and it's 35-0. He's wearing me out. Julio, now listen, Riverdale's a really good football team. They just haven't been able to get anything going here in this first half. But they're going to have to start. Ravenwood up 14-10. Gets it off.
Good spiraling kick.
Fielded by Tutt. Tutt's still on his feet. He got an offer from Vandy the other day, and he's worked up to the 45 with that offer from Vandy. Tackle made by number 33 there of the Riverdale Warriors, Jake Patterson.
You know what that means if you get an offer from Vandy, you're a heck of a student as well.
That piece of paper's worth something.
We got a Riverdale Warrior down here.
Tackled by Jake Patterson.
All righty, I'll wait for the scoreboard to reload, and let's run through some of them right now and get you caught up, and then we'll get back to the ball game. And Dean's got you some numbers there, something from his desk as he puts his Uber Eats down. MBA 9, McCauley 7. Alcoa 24, Gatlinburg-Pittman 0. We don't have any movement on that one. I'm sure they got their foot on the gas. Henry County 14, Southwind 13. Moore County 14, McKenzie 14. Brentwood 10, Ravenwood 14. Upperman 10, Macon County 7. East Robertson 21, Smith County 0. Marshall County 10, Pearl Cone 7. Bearden 14, Bradley Central 21. South Pittsburgh 21, Gordonsville nothing. York Institute 50, Hampton 0. Boyd Buchanan 10, Davidson Academy 17. So Gary's getting beat. East Nashville 14, Liberty Creek 7.
That was
Germantown 0, Houston 3.
freshman Hudson.
MTCS 14, Columbia Academy 7, CPA 16, FRA 0, Page 7, Centennial 0, and that is our scoreboard, and we appreciate Sam driving those.
Hudson
Back to
Fuquay was the one that got hurt for Riverdale. They do get him off the field. Oh, I think we had a little bit of an
miscommunication
early
there.
snap. I don't think anybody was ready that time. The center snapped the ball early, and Oakland
Patrick
was lucky
Freeman
there.
just covered it up quickly for the Patriots. Either way, it's second down, 2nd and 11 now for the Patriots. That puts that clock into motion with 5:24 left to go here in the first half. Ball's marked on the 45-yard line, and they come back to the line with Kyler Creasy as he wears number 6. Oakland going to get in a real tight set and run from there with 2 slots. Ashton Jones, oh no, pulled it. Creasy, oh, he went for a kill shot.
That play action that time, and it was a really good play fake that time by Kyler Creasy because both Jalen Thompson down there, up there at the top of your screen, and then down here at the bottom, number 2, Cameron Darden, they both bit. Jalen Thompson, the Michigan State commit too. It's hard to make a kid that good at corner bite on a play fake.
Well, either way, you're at a 3rd and 11 with 5:04 left to go here in the first half. Now, that clock is stopped. Oakland's got more than 30 points. If we were in the second half, that clock would continue to work, and that's what's really going to hurt you when Oakland's got the ball if it's in a running clock, Anthony. Looking to throw Patrick Freeman. He's taking many a step backs, and what a disaster as he connected with Tutt.
Good read by the Riverdale defense that time.
Punt team.
Yeah, you saw they all read that screen that time. The offensive lineman released upfield. JoJo Smith, the inside linebacker, who's had a whale of a season for them, able to get over there and make the play first. He knew exactly where the football was going that time. And Riverdale
they need to
gets
get
a
the ball
big
and
defensive
score.
stop.
They need to get the ball and score.
That's actually their first defensive stop of the night. Hard to believe.
Taylor on the kick.
High snap.
He gets it away. Boy, it's a knuckler.
Not the greatest punt, but
It
a little
wasn't
bit of
pretty.
a high snap.
It wasn't a Mr. Football punt, but it'll work. It's going to be up at about the 27. 1st and 10 now for Riverdale. Our sponsor tonight is John Jones Real Estate. Appreciate Corey Steneker from the NFHS, Matt Gillespie from the TSSAA.
Little John going on out there.
Wow, you knew that was going to happen. I can only see what's going on in my screen, so. Gary just tied it up, you all.
Yeah, just off the screen. There was a couple of kids getting a little chippy down there.
All righty, 1st and 10 for Braden Graham. Sorry, getting ready to say Braylon Vanderbilt. Braden Graham, sorry. Got Montgomery down here by us. The other 3 are at the top with a 4 wide receiver weapon. He's got Isaiah Verser to the right of Graham. We let Isaiah Verser have it. Verser working on that left side. Ran into a bunch of Patriots.
Isaiah Verser, the kid that has had a lot of success running off tackle this year. They do a good job of bottling him up that time. Braden Graham so far tonight, 9 of 12 for 71 yards.
Houston 10, Germantown 3. And Davidson Academy and Boyd are all knotted up at 17. 3:47 left. Winner of this is going east, you all. And we're monitoring that game. But right now we got one going on here. 4 wide receivers as Graham works from a shotgun. He looks to throw. Cuts it loose. Oh, it was almost intercepted. He wanted Keyshawn Williams.
That was a good job that time by number 3. That's Gus Ramsey for Oakland, the defensive back playing safety that time. Did a great job of reading Graham's eyes. He followed him, didn't break too early. Wait till he let go of that football to break on it, and just went through his hands. If he's able to make that catch right there, he's going the other way and getting a lot out of it.
Well, it's the 3rd and about 6 or 7, and you need a level 2 pass to get this first down, Anthony. With 3:31, you got to be careful if you give the ball back to Oakland. 4 wide receivers. Graham looking to throw. Needs a level 2 pass. Cuts it loose. It's not there. He wanted Brock Montgomery.
Get great coverage that time by Bronson Crisp. A good job by moving up in the pocket, stepping up that time by Braden Graham. And he knew he had to put some mustard on that football, but Crisp was able to get his hand in there and break that one up.
It's fourth down.
It's fourth down, and I think, here comes the punt team.
Yeah, they're going to punt. Centennial,
Centennial
7, Page 7.
5A matchup
there.
there.
I told you that'd be a good game.
Over in Williamson County.
Houston 10, Germantown 3, and that's a very surprising score. Oakland played Houston earlier this year and beat them. Riverdale. Sent to the pressure, and they blocked it. They blocked it. Number 13's picked it up for the Patriots. That's Chase Brandy.
And look who it was on the block, number 26. Corey Smith, who did the strip sack earlier tonight on that first play for Riverdale's offense. This time making a play on special teams, and Oakland's going to get the ball inside the 10. Up 35-0.
3:18 left, and Oakland with, Christmas vacation territory here on this real estate they've got. Just Merry Christmas as it's up on the 7-yard line. First and goal.
Heavy set again.
They got DeJuan Morrison there running Wildcat, y'all. Morse hands off to Ashton Jones. Ashton Jones going to go in the end zone. Touchdown, Ashton Jones. Touchdown, Patriots.
Ashton Jones on the carry around the left side.
Now it's 41-0, Anthony.
Touchdown.
Never would have thought this.
Just at a loss for words. Running out of words. It's just been a dominant half of football by the Oakland
And good
Patriots.
preparation to the Oakland Patriots and Kevin Creasy as he's gotten this team ready.
He just, so far, he's had the answer to everything tonight. Their defense is forcing turnovers. Their offense is running the ball down Riverdale's throat. Special teams makes a play right here that gets you 7 more points. And we still got 3 minutes before we can even get out of this first half.
Hunter Rather was a long snapper. Ashton Jones to hold, and then Taylor kicked it through. Our sponsor, Nice John Jones Real Estate. Nobody sells homes like John. Appreciate everybody joining us here on Stork Vision. Hopefully we're bringing you this game and all the action. It's going to be interesting to see as those scores will be coming into here shortly from East Tennessee. And Megan Turnbow said it's her best herself. She said, we're beating ourselves. Riverdale not able to just put those, put that authority and do what they've done all season.
Yeah, honestly, they have made some mistakes, and it's just really, really started to snowball. And when you start going downhill and that snowball gets bigger and bigger and bigger, it's harder to stop that momentum.
Taylor, right foot into it.
But you're right. The strip sack, the high snap, fumbling the football when you're getting ready to throw it. You give up a blocked punt. It's a lot of self-inflicted wounds, and you can't do that against a team like Oakland.
Well, it's 1st and 10 Riverdale, and they really need to score here, Anthony. Got to get 6 here with 3 minutes and 12. I'd say you run your 2-minute, do the best you can. Try to get 6 out of it, Anthony. You got to start somewhere because you're not going to have enough time in the second half. Isaiah Versers to the right of Graham. We're going to run Brock Montgomery or Vanderbilt up at the top. And Keyshawn Williams is up there. Woodruff and Montgomery are down here at the bottom. Got Isaiah Verser. He's got his hands on it. He's picked up 10, 11 yards. Runs out of bounds.
Good catch that time by Verser as well. Graham with a good throw also. He had a hand in his face. Was able to work it around. Kind of that little sidearm delivery via Jake Plummer. A little old school sidearm action that time. And Verser also had a good catch.
Copernicus has got us some stats. Get ready. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. They're going to run Braylon Vanderbilt, Keyshawn Williams up there at the top, along with Woodruff. They've got Montgomery down here all by himself. Graham from a shotgun. Claps. Looking to throw. 2-step, 3-step drop. Rolling this way. Looking to throw. Cuts it loose. Oh, what a heck of a grab by Woodruff.
Catch there by Woodruff that time. Yeah, that went right through the Oakland defender's hands. I think that was Bronson Crisp, but nearly picked that one off. a good job of not only laying out by Woodruff, but getting that foot down as well. A great catch that time.
Still plenty of time. As I said, they're in that 2-minute drill. 2 minutes and 58
seconds. That last
seconds.
drive, one play, 8 yards, took 6 seconds off the clock. Only had to go 13 yards. Or 8 yards, excuse me.
3 wide receivers to the top, and Keyshawn Williams is down here all by himself, closest to us. Graham looking to throw. Keyshawn going across the middle. He's got the football. The ball comes out. Oakland's got it. And now Oakland 1st and 10 with 2:49 left to go here in the first half.
Braylon Vanderbilt that time. He was the hero of that first game. Caught that bobbled 2-point conversion. His second catch of the night.
Yes, it was Braylon Vanderbilt who fumbled it. You're right.
Coughs it up. And now another turnover by Riverdale. That is their 4th turnover of the night.
I told Matt Kreisky, turnovers and penalties will be the decider of this ball game. And I'm not a soothsayer. I'm not a fortune teller or anything. They're going to split Morse out at the top as a wide receiver. Creasy looking to throw. Looking.
Great
catch
time.
a little trouble. Is he going to get his feet set? No, he's going to get clobbered. That's number 3 for the Riverdale Warriors, Jalen Thompson.
And he had a lot of time, but that was great coverage downfield by the Riverdale secondary. Just nowhere to go with the ball by Kyler Creasy. And by the time that he decided to try to tuck it, he didn't have anywhere to go with the biggest athlete on the field on that Riverdale defense bearing down on him.
That's going to make it 2nd and 15. They got Freeman in there now. Creasy trots off the field. It's in number 13 to the top of the screen. That's Chase Bendy along with DeJuan Morris. Patrick Freeman now going to throw. He cuts it loose. And he's got it in the hands of Chase Bandy. Bandy gets the majority of it back, Anthony, and makes it a much more manageable 3rd down.
And down now with less than 2 minutes here.
But plenty of time. You only got half the field to go.
And he's got 3 timeouts also, and they're throwing the ball, so obviously he's going to play aggressive and try to get some more points on the board.
Chase Bandy up at the top of the screen. They got Creasy back in there. Creasy. Ooh, wasn't there. They wanted Bandy. Wasn't there.
Yeah, good tackle that time up there.
Oh, we got to fight. We got some extracurricular activity on the other side of the field. Flags fly. Extracurricular activity. It's going to take a little bit to sort out. Another flag is flown. Creasy tried to get them under control on the far side of the field. And it's going to be interesting. Matthew Nix sorts all this out here at Riverdale High School with 1:31 left.
It was 21, Traylon Davis, that came up and made a pretty good tackle there to force the 4th down. And then, kids just kind of get to jawing, and we're going to have some offsetting fouls here, but we'll see what all.
Bradley Central now up 28-14.
What all we get here out of this.
Let's see what Matthew Nix, he wears a white hat. His crew's out of Nashville, Tennessee tonight. Okay. Personal foul, we know that. Personal foul against Riverdale. He's going through all that.
After the play,
unsportsmanlike on Riverdale.
personal foul against Riverdale.
That's 30 yards, Anthony, right there. That's 30 yards. Personal foul, unsportsmanlike.
Moves it down from the 44 to the 14. You're exactly right.
I mean, that's 30 yards of prime real estate with 1:31 left. You're making it easy for Kevin Creasy and the Oakland Patriots. You're being nice to them, as Coach Pat Dye used to say. They got Morris in there, number 17, and he's done most of the damage tonight for the Oakland Patriots. He's ran up and down the field all night. Freeman is the quarterback. Ashton Jones has got it in his hands now. Ashton right up the middle for about 5-6 yards, Anthony.
Ashton Jones on the carry.
And still well over a minute left on the clock as well.
And we're almost
Oakland's
to 8 o'clock.
Burn its first time out now.
Yeah, we're almost at 8 o'clock with a $1:09 left. And let's see if I can run you off some scores here from the desk of Sam Montgomery. Macon County 7, Upperman 10, Southwind 10, Henry County 14, or Southwind 13, Henry County 14, Liberty Creek 7, East Nashville 14, Centennial 7, Page 7. So that game's knotted up. Knox Catholic, Baylor, tied at 28, you all. I wouldn't have called that one. Bradley Central, now Boo Carter and them giving Bearden all they want, 28-14. Boyd Buchanan's on top of Davidson Academy, 24-17. Macaulay 20, MBA 15. The Tornadoes are on top of Ralph Potter. Germantown 3, Houston 10. York Institute 56, Hampton 13. Alcoa 24, Gatlinburg Pittman 7. McKenzie 14, Moore County 14. Ravenwood 14, Brentwood 10. I said Ravenwood 14, Brentwood 10. East Robertson 28, Smith County 0. Marshall County 10, Pearl-Cohn 14, South Pitt 28, Gordonsville nothing. MTCS 14, Columbia Academy 7. And now back to Dwan Morris. Dwan Morris can go in the end zone and score. Touchdown Dwan Morris, touchdown Oakland. Be time for an untimed PAT. Our sponsor tonight is John Jones. John Jones Real Estate. Nobody sells homes like John.
4 first half touchdowns now for Dwan Morris.
And I wonder what it is in Region 3 6A on how many touchdowns have been scored in the first half. Taylor dots that I. Snap from Hunter Rather was good. Ashton Jones held, and Taylor dotted the I, and we're at 49-0.
Nearly 50 first half points by the Oakland Patriots. And just as important, the defense still pitching a shutout.
Yes, and like we said, neither one of us thought this would happen.
I don't know. Nobody anywhere on earth thought this would be happening right now, whether it was for Riverdale or Oakland. I mean, did not see this one coming. But again, they came out.
Davidson Academy has tied it up. So Boyd Buchanan and Davidson Academy are tied. 5:41 left to go in that ball game.
They came out, and so
see what
far
Gary
in the
does.
first half, they have established a physical dominance on offense, just running it down Riverdale's throat. The defense has been just as physical. They're forcing turnovers. Special teams, you block a punt in the kicking game, haven't allowed Isaiah Verser to return a kick. I mean, they're just dominating in all three facets tonight.
Minute 3 left in the first half. You got to be careful, Anthony. You don't want to try to force nothing, but if you get good field position, you got to go, because you're not going to have a position enough to get back in the ball game in the second half. You're only going to get the ball so many times.
It'll be a touchback.
Well, you're going to start from the 20 either way. Spencer, you're doing a great job. Just hang in there.
Going into the second half, again, though, if you're Oakland, I don't care what the score is. You got to come out and pretend it's 0-0.
Yeah, oh yeah. Foot on the gas.
Still keep that foot on the gas. And I mean, same thing if you're Riverdale. I mean,
you got to get your foot on the gas quick. You got to find gas.
You got to come out in the second half and just say, look,
cause havoc.
Whatever happened already happened. There's nothing we can do about it at this point.
Graham looking to throw, catching pressure, still on his feet. Tries to flip it to Verser, just couldn't make it go. Now 57 ticks remain on the clock as we work under this waxing crescent here off Tomahawk Drive.
Yeah, you just got to try to make some adjustments and do the best you can with what you got. I mean,
Warrior Drive, Tomahawk Stadium.
Yeah,
I'm inventing things now. Stay with me, folks. I'll invent a street.
Easy.
57 seconds left as Graham's going to work from a shotgun with 4 wide receivers. He's got Keyshawn Williams up at the top of the screen. Vanderbilt Montgomery down here at the bottom. Left side on a run play. Kicks that clock into motion. Tackle made by Corey Smith, number 26, along with number 33 for the Oakland Patriots. That's Carlos Swader. And it's going to bring up third down, and now they call timeout. Timeout. Oakland's calling timeout. It's third down.
Can't take them with you,
Copernicus
I guess,
has got
right?
us some numbers. Grab those.
Let's go ahead and run those.
Yeah, run those numbers.
You.
Copernicus, he's flying high above us in that space capsule. An alumnus from Otterbein College, home of the Cardinals.
For Oakland on that last drive, 5 plays, 50 yards, 2:09 taken off the clock. Dwan Morris, 15 carries, 149 yards, and 4 touchdowns on the night. 227 yards of total offense for Oakland, just 96 for Riverdale. They have 101 through the air. rushing, -5. But also, another big telltale sign, 4 turnovers. And I know it doesn't go down as a turnover, but the blocked punt as well.
Yeah. I mean, Oakland has just caused havoc here the first 24 minutes of this ball game. Graham operates from a shotgun with 4 wide receivers, hands off to Isaiah Burser. Burser looking for a little real estate, and it's not there. Tackle's going to be made by number 41 of the Oakland Patriots, Trey Johnson.
Give him a good spot there all the way up to the 30, it looks like, with forward progress, and that is going to move the sticks.
Yeah, but that clock is in motion with 34 ticks remaining and probably only 1 or 2 plays left here in the first half at Tomahawk Stadium, located off Warrior Drive.
Warrior first down.
And we're now down to probably 1 play as it's 20 ticks. They're just waiting. Yeah, they're going to run 1 more play, Anthony. They're going to go in at the half. Kids, Oakland's going to get the ball coming out to start the last 24 minutes under this waxing crescent here at Tomahawk Stadium. It's now down to 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, halftime. Appreciate everybody joining us. Our sponsor tonight is John Jones. John Jones Real Estate. Nobody sells homes like John. And I'm going to read you the scoreboard. And then we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back and run that last 24 minutes of action here at Riverdale. Your scores: Oakland Patriots 49, Riverdale Warriors nothing. And here are your halftime scores. We're going to take our break. Macon County 7, Upperman 10. Henry County 14, Southwind 13. East Nashville 14, Liberty Creek 7. Page 7, Centennial 7. Ravenwood's 14 and Brentwood is 10. Middle Tennessee Christian 14, Columbia Academy 7. Houston 10, Germantown 3. Davidson Academy 24, Boyd Buchanan 24. With about 4 minutes, something left to go in that ball game. Also, Knox Catholic 28, Baylor 28. That game is tied up. Bearden 14, Bradley Central 28. McCauley 20, MBA 15. FRA 16, CPA 16. That's a TV game, and Tom Krager's at that one. Alcoa 24, Gatlinburg Pittman 7. Moore County 14, McKenzie 14. East Robertson 28, Smith County 0. Pearl Cone 14, Marshall County 10. South Pitt 28, Gordonsville nothing. Hampton, York Institute 56, Hampton 13, and I believe he's got our stats, so let's just go ahead and oh, it's not. All right, let's hold up, and Dean Fox will come back, and we'll have the stats, and we'll talk to you here in about 19 minutes, and I'll bring you another 24 minutes of action on Stork Vision.
Neuropathy, chronic pain, arthritis, or type 2 diabetes. Visit BlueUmbrellaMedical.com. Donut Country, a heritage team sponsor and a Murfreesboro hometown tradition for over 40 years. All freshly prepared donuts, breakfast, and lunch can now be delivered to you via Uber Eats and DoorDash. Do yourself a favor, visit DonutCountry.com. Austin and Claire Maxwell, longtime supporters of Riverdale football and current tradition team sponsors. Richard Pearl with Keller Williams Realty, a heritage team sponsor, brings a wealth of knowledge and expertise when it comes to buying and selling real estate. Always striving to build relationships, not just close a sale. Go with a gym. Reach out to Richard Pearl with Keller Williams Realty today. Richard Pearl at KW.com. Newton Chevrolet GMC of Shelbyville, a Traditions team sponsor. Fresh inventory arriving daily in just a short 20-minute drive south down Highway 231. Home of the lifetime warranty. Go see Newton Chevrolet Buick GMC of Shelbyville. Jeremy Frost Electric, a heritage team sponsor and longtime supporter of Riverdale football. Folks, we're installing turf here at Tomahawk Stadium on Watts Field, and we're about 2/3 there on the sponsorship campaign. Tell your friends about this great advertising opportunity. Visit RiverdaleWarriorFootball.com to learn how you can get involved. We'd also like to thank Sunbelt Rentals for keeping our boys cool during the summer, with industrial fans for our locker room and for light rentals for our practice field. Thank you, Sunbelt Rentals. Warren Services for keeping the King Fieldhouse cool and comfortable this season. Warren Services offers general contracting services for both commercial and residential jobs, including HVAC, restorations, additions, home improvements, concrete, and decking. Warren Services is family owned and locally operated since 1996. Call them at 615-796-4918. Warren Services, you will not beat their customer service.
We have a silver Chevy Cruze and a black Mitsubishi SUV. They're parked in front of the gate on the annex side. They are about to be towed. A silver Chevy Cruze and a black Mitsubishi SUV are about to be towed. You're parked by the annex gate.
I'd say that's a championship next Friday. Riverdale Warriors now coming back out to start the second half as we're getting ready to get loosened up and give you 24 minutes under this waxing crescent. Gary Boyd Buchanan has won, kids, 36-24, a pick six on the final play. Gary Rankin is moving on to the Final Four with Boyd Buchanan. Just an awesome display by them this year as our scoreboard, and this is what we got right now. I'm going to run through it. Halftime, Southwind 13, Henry County 14, East Nashville 14, Liberty Creek 7, Page 7, Centennial 7, Ravenwood 14, Brentwood 10, Middle Tennessee Christian 14, Columbia Academy 7, Houston 10, Germantown 3, FRA 16, CPA 16, McKenzie 21, Moore County 14, Gordonsville 0, South Pitt 35. That's in a rolling clock. Upperman 17, Macon County 7, Baylor 42, Knox Catholic 28. Baylor going to win that, move on. Bradley beating Bearden in the fourth quarter, 35-14. Winner of this, more than likely right now, is going to be Oakland. Based on what we know with 24 minutes, they will travel to Bradley Central next Friday night. Oakland 30, or Alcoa 31, Gatlinburg Pittman 7, Marshall County 18, Pearl-Cohn 14. These games are final. York Institute 56, Hampton 13, MBA 15, McCauley 33. The Blue Tornadoes, Ralph Potter moves on. Davidson Academy 24, Boyd Buchanan 36. And now with the halftime stats from the man from Los Angeles, California, Anthony Fiorella from the desk at Copernicus. Our sponsor tonight is John Jones Real Estate. Nobody sells homes like John. Take it away, Anthony.
Offensively for Oakland, DeJuan Morris, 15 carries, 154 yards and 5 touchdowns. Number 5, Ashton Jones, having a good first half himself as well. 9 touches, 41 yards, a pair of touchdowns for him. For Riverdale, Braden Graham, 12 of 18. He is over the 100-yard mark through the air with 101 yards. Ben Woodruff, 4 catches for 44 yards in that first half. Oakland record for most points in a playoff game is 65. In the first round last year, they defeated Shelbyville 65-0. We did that ball game. Overall, Oakland, 10 first downs in the first half. Riverdale had 8. Total yards, 227 for the Patriots, 106 for Riverdale. 4 turnovers for the Warriors and a blocked punt, of course, have gotten us to where we're at right now, to where nobody thought we would be. 49-0 for the Oakland Patriots.
Director of Schools, Dr. James Sullivan. Principal here at Riverdale's Tamara Blair. Work a lot with Megan Turnbow. Always appreciate her and what she does to help us out and keep Stork Vision on a roll here at Riverdale. And our sponsor tonight is John Jones Real Estate. Say what you want to say, Anthony.
With the lead the way it is, of course, the clock will be working.
It'll be running.
Until Riverdale can get at least
19 points.
19 points on the board. Well, no, they got to get 20. You got to get it under 30.
You got to get it under 30. And you got to keep Oakland from scoring, and that's been kind of impossible tonight, Anthony. And guess who gets the ball first at the start of the first half?
Well, what they've been doing, they're just running the ball down Riverdale's throat. Defensively, they've said, hey, look, through the air, we're going to give you anything underneath, and we're going to tackle well.
And apply pressure.
They've forced turnovers by applying pressure on Braden Graham. They've tackled well. They've done a good job of that. And in the kicking game, they've taken Isaiah Verser out of the equation. They block a punt to get themselves some points. They're just dominating in all 3 facets. If you're Riverdale here, what's happened has already happened. I mean, there's nothing that you can do about it at this point other than tell your kids,
you got to live for the 24.
We are going to make some adjustments here. We're going to come out in this second half, and we just need to try to do our best to start firing on all cylinders. And whatever ends up happening at the end of this game. But at the end of the day, they are still our rival. We do not like them. We need to fight back and put in some better effort.
Exactly. No matter what, you fight to the end.
We do not want to roll over here. We've got to come out. We've got to play physical. Let's match their physicality and come out here, and whatever happens, happens.
Man that wears the white hat, his name is Matthew Nix, and he's done a great job all night. We've had very limited penalties, had a couple, but, you know, had a few unsportsmanlikes, had a big 30-yarder gashed against Riverdale at the end of the first half that really helped Oakland and put them in position on one score. But, playing a little chippy, Anthony. You got to watch those penalties. And
here in this second half with the way that the score is, I mean,
you can't have any of
that.
that.
Both coaches, I'm sure, telling their kids, hey,
you
don't start nothing here. Let's just get out of here.
Exactly. For Oakland right now with the lead, what do they try and do? They don't want to get a player
Don't get
kicked
somebody
out,
suspended for
kicked
next
out.
week.
Exactly.
Right.
And I've seen that happen, you all. Seen it happen. Well, we're not waiting on TV. We're waiting on the clock. So, as you can see down there, 50 seconds left here. I don't know if they're going to let it drain off and then reset it to 12 or whatever. But one thing we know for certain, when you put the ball in the air, other than on the touchdowns and a couple other things, the clock will run wide open, Anthony.
Yes, it will. A little bit of the crowd has thinned out some. Another thing you got to remember, too, is, that it's so tough with these playoff games is somebody's going to put their helmet up, I mean, it's tough for some of these seniors because, especially if you're down here on Riverdale sidelines knowing, like, hey, we could be looking at the last half of football we ever get to play for the rest of our lives. So let's come out here and make it memorable.
Brentwood has scored right away, so in the third, and they're up now. It's 17-14, so 3-point deficit.
Like I said, it's hard to beat somebody twice. It's the hardest thing to do in the game of football.
Appreciate everybody joining us tonight on Stork Vision. Appreciate Corey Steneker from NFHS, Matt Gillespie from TSSAA, my sponsor, John Jones Real Estate, Copernicus slipping into drive, and let's go. We got 24 minutes under a waxing crescent at Tomahawk Stadium. All right, Khalil Armand kicks it through the back of the end zone, and that's the first time he's kicked off all night. And that's where the Riverdale that's where the Oakland Patriots will start their offensive series here at the start of the second half. 1st and 10 from the 20, as Matt Nix shows you that. This crew is out of Nashville, Tennessee, so they're familiar with both these teams and probably seen their scores all season long. Creasy going to work from his shotgun, hands off to Ashton Jones. Ashton Jones looking for a little real estate. He's got some, and he's picked up about 9 yards. Tackled from behind by JoJo Smith, who wears number 8.
Number 5, Ashton Jones, starting to get a little closer to the 100-yard mark right there. That puts him right under 60 on the night.
Yeah, he picked up 10. I thought he got about 9, but he picked up 10. It's 1st and 10 now for the Patriots.
And a lot of the time, Stork, what have you noticed? When Kyler Creasy's in the game, it's been a lot of Ashton Jones. When Patrick Freeman's out there, you've seen a lot more of Avery Hainsworth. You've seen a lot more of DeJuan Morris. Tonight, right now, Avery Hainsworth in the ballgame with Freeman.
And they give it off to Avery Hainsworth. Hainsworth right up the middle, a big, tall, lanky runner, and he's dragging Riverdale Warriors as he's up to the 45, and they still can't get him down.
Avery Hainsworth, of course, the son of former defensive tackle, all-pro Albert Hainsworth that played just up the road in Nashville in the two-tone blue.
You can't miss Albert Hainsworth.
No.
1st and 10 now for the Patriots.
Big old cat.
As we work under a waxing crescent, ball marked on the 46, and that clock continues to work here in the third quarter as we're running now. Creasy from a shotgun, hands off to Ashton Jones. Ashton Jones is going to get about 6 yards. Tackle made on the play by Ryan Edmonston. 2nd and 4.
Ball now into Riverdale territory as well.
On the 48.
And again, Patrick Freeman and Avery Hainsworth coming back out there. Just trying to keep these kids' legs fresh as best they can in the second half.
Real important to give DeJuan Morris a rest now and let some of these other guys carry it. He had a fantastic first half.
We still haven't seen Craig Tutt carry the ball yet either.
Freeman,
Elijah King in motion.
Hands off to Hainsworth.
Boy, and over these next couple of games for Oakland, number 7. It's going to be important for him. Of course, missed a lot of time with a lower leg injury earlier this year, and they've been working him in a little more as the season has started to wear on. And here in these playoffs, having that third big power back that you can put in there is a big weapon.
Creasy just keeping it on the ground for the Oakland Patriots. He's got Kyler Creasy, his son, is in there operating the offense for the Patriots. Jones, they pitch it to number 13, and that's Chase Bandy. Bandy's going to be wrapped up quickly as the Riverdale Warriors says we'll have none of it.
Yeah, good job that time in pursuit over there. Who is that?
Jalen Thompson, number 3.
Jalen Thompson, I was going to say. It looked like Jalen Thompson, but I needed him to turn around. Jalen Thompson, in that first half, he had a pretty good first half defensively. I know that, of course, Oakland didn't throw the ball a whole lot, but he got involved in that run game just like he did there, making a stop there in the backfield.
2nd and 14, the ball's marked at the 45 of the Riverdale Warriors. They'll work on that far hash mark, and that's Patrick Freeman in there running the offense. They go back to Hainsworth right up the middle, and he's twisting and turning like a tornado, and he's up to the 40.
Avery Hainsworth didn't see him at all in that first half, and now here in the second half, him and Jones have been rotating in and out, in and out, in and out.
Well, you're going to have to put the ball in the air more than likely. It's a 3rd and 9, Anthony. Going to need a level 2 to keep this drive alive. They got Kyler Creasy in there, Ashton Jones. They bring Bandy down here along with number 11, Kalijah King, and he's yet to catch a pass, and normally he does. Let's see what Creasy does. He's got 2 receivers. And they're going to bust him for 5 yards, aren't they? Or Kevin Creasy wants timeout, I guess. Timeout on the field.
Patriots.
Called by the Oakland Patriots.
What do we got on the scoreboard?
Well, I need to check that scoreboard, don't I? I wasn't ready. I was all worked up into that game. The Bradley Central game is a final, Sam says, so we'll catch up on all those scores. I'll reload that. Appreciate you, the fan, joining us as I scroll back through to my Google Drive. And
I got an MTCS score. They're up
let's have it.
21-13 in the third. They drive down and get a Yates-Guerin touchdown run. 4:46 left in the third quarter.
Henry County 14, Southwind 13. Still knotted up on Page Centennial at 7s. McKenzie 21, Moore County 14. East Robertson 35, Smith County 6. South Pitt 35, Gordonsville 0. Marshall County 18, Pearl County 14. These are all in the third.
Final, Bradley Central 35, Bearden 14.
Houston 24, Germantown 10. Now operating from a shotgun is Kyler Creasy. They tip, take 2 to the right on the far side, making it strong right. Going to look to throw. Creasy cuts it loose. He's completed it. First down and then some.
That was Bandy on the comeback
like
that time. And Jalen Thompson nearly jumped that one, and if he catches it, he's going the other way for 6. Good throw that time by Kyler Creasy.
CPA and FRA are knotted up at 16. Middle Tennessee Christian 21, Columbia Academy 13, Ravenwood 14, Brentwood 24. So now a 10-point deficit over on the game going across town. East Nashville just slamming Liberty Creek 27-7. Back here, Patrick Freeman. He's got number 7 lined up to the left of him, and that's Avery Hainsworth. Freeman looking to throw. Lets it go, and he's completed it.
Did it bounce?
Chase Bandy.
No, they say he caught it.
Chase Bandy's got it up to about the 3, you all.
A
with
good
6:57
catch there
left
by
to go
Bandy,
here in
getting,
the third.
getting
Clock
both arms
does not
underneath.
need to stop. It needs to keep running as we are in a running clock with 6:50. Ball now marked on the 5-yard line.
A good job there by Bandy of getting both arms underneath there to cradle that football and reel it in, and it gets him down to the 5.
Creasy going to run the offense with Ashton Jones as his lone back. Lined up right behind him. He gives it to Ashton Jones. Ashton Jones looking, and boy, Ryan Edmonston wrapped him up from behind quickly, Anthony.
Good tackle that time by Ryan Edmondson, coming off that weak side from that outside linebacker position. Trying to bow up and stop him and keep him out of the end zone.
And now Oakland just taking their time. They're in no hurry. Just letting that clock run. Rabbit's got the gun, you all, and it ain't no fun when he gets that gun. Working against the scoreboard and the score, the clock itself. Freeman from a shotgun, Avery Hainsworth's got it. Avery Hainsworth's going to go right in the end zone. Touchdown, Avery Hainsworth. Touchdown, Oakland.
First touchdown of the night for number 7, Avery Hainsworth. Just a junior. They get him back next year, and Oakland has now eclipsed the 50-point mark here tonight.
Our sponsor tonight is John Jones. John Jones Real Estate. Nobody sells homes like John. If you're buying, selling, or building a home, it all starts with John. Rather to snap, Ashton Jones to hold, Taylor to kick it through the uprights and dot that I with 5:45 left to go here in the third. It makes it 55-0. All Patriots. All Patriots, Anthony.
Yeah, I mean, just a loss for words, Stork. I mean, I know I've said
We
it a
all
couple
are.
times
We
here,
all
but
are. I never did.
Just did not see it. We just didn't see it coming. Nobody did.
No, we didn't.
This is definitely the biggest shocker in the state so far.
We appreciate you, the fan, that joined us all year long. This is our 12th broadcast of the year. Missed a couple, but we did get 10 in for the regular season, and we've done 2 for the playoffs. We got to do the Green Hill Riverdale game. We were not in action last Friday night and pulled us out. We appreciate Corey and Matt getting us back out to cover this game. We know these two teams pretty well and follow them all year long, and know the coaches real well, as they're always interviewed each and every week on Inside the Headset. Taylor to kick. They're going to get it in the end zone. He does not let them do anything with that football, and that clock is kicked in, and you will see it run continuously as we are in a running clock.
That's huge because, like we said earlier, too, you know.
Not as much giddy up out of Riverdale. Look at them. They're just not coming out, you know, that feistiness ready to start that offensive drive, Anthony. So
it's tough. I mean, they've had
tough.
the wind taken out of their sails tonight, but you got to get out there and you got to get back out there and fight hard. You want to get this goose egg off the scoreboard, and you want to continue to play until the final whistle.
Graham's going to operate with a shotgun with 4 wide receivers, just like he has all night. He claps. He's looking to throw. Cuts it loose. Oh, he wanted number 13, Ben Woodruff.
Yeah, Woodruff, 4 catches, 44 yards so far tonight. He's had a good ball game. The slot receiver did have a great catch down here on the near sideline at the 50,
in the first
right
half.
before the end of the first half. Jalen Thompson now coming into the ball game for Verser. He's going to line up in the backfield. They've done that quite a bit over these last couple of games with him to try to get him involved in the offense. Actually, they go 5 wide.
5 wide. Graham. He's complete. J.T. Taylor.
Graham's pass complete.
Thompson.
Or J.T. Thompson. Jalen Thompson, I'm sorry.
That time only about 3 or 4, and that's something that's been huge for Oakland's defense. Not only are they getting that pressure, but they haven't allowed the home run ball. Riverdale's offense thrives on that home run ball, being able to hit on a big play over the top. They have not completed a pass any longer throwing down the field, not yards after catch, but throwing down the field any further than 8 yards tonight.
Woodruff and Montgomery line up down here by us, and Graham will work from a shotgun. He's looking that way, and he gets it to Brock Montgomery. Brock Montgomery's still on his feet, and he's gotten up to 31, just couldn't get a whole lot of yak. Tackle made by Ellison, Stephen Ellison.
Brock Montgomery.
And you can see how that clock really works on you all when it's just spinning consecutively. It's 3:20 left to go here in the third. And Riverdale's just now touching the ball.
Yeah.
That shows you what that running clock can do. 4 wide receivers. Jalen Thompson is back there with him, looking to throw. Jalen, he's got it in his hands. 33, he just tried to get something going there, and three defensive men were right there. Corey Smith's there. Number 12 is there. Bronson Chris.
And a really good job on the back end by Oakland. You know, like I said, we challenged their secondary.
You did.
And they came out tonight, and they've had a really good game. And they're just allowing Riverdale, saying, hey, all we're going to give you is just the little dink and dunk underneath.
Yeah, 3 4-yard passes. That's it. 4
That's
wide
all
receivers.
they've been able to do.
Got a reverse going. Brock Montgomery's got it in his hands. and just snuffed it out, Anthony. Just followed it.
Great job of reading your keys that time. Number 44 there to make the play for Oakland, Jeremiah Bunton, the senior linebacker. Plays a little defensive end every now and again, too. And Brock Montgomery, Keyshawn Williams, just all these big offensive weapons for Riverdale. Just been silent tonight. Haven't been able to get anything going.
3rd and 8 now. Graham's operating from a shotgun. He looks to throw, and he's got it to Brock Montgomery, and they pick up about 5 yards, 6 yards.
They say incomplete.
Incomplete. Yeah. And now it's 4th down. $1:50 left to go in the 3rd.
4th down.
And now Riverdale's in that 4 down. They got to do something. They got to punt it. Got to make a decision. And of course, I guess Will was thinking maybe I go for it right there, but it was going to be a little uphill on that. Got those stats in on that last score. Be ready. Copernicus has got you all set. Let's see if Oakland sends a little pressure like they did earlier when they blocked that punt. They're covering the wide receivers, so they're looking for a fake. You see the 4 wide receivers moving around.
Dylan Lewis.
Lewis to punt. Gets it off. Oh, 35-40, 45-50, 45-40, and runs out of bounds. That's Craig Tutt.
Great return that time by the sophomore Craig Tutt, fielding it off of a bounce, and he realized, hey, I've got real estate over here if I can get down the sidelines.
Nice return.
Gets it back into plus territory on the last drive for Oakland. 10 plays, 80 yards, 6:15, chewed off of the clock, and now they are up over 300 yards.
And we're getting ready to be through the third quarter, Anthony. Oakland had it for a good amount of the third quarter, and Riverdale just had it. It's only 2 possessions in the third quarter.
They're going to go up with this play. If they snap it here in the third quarter, they'll go up over 6.5 minutes of possession time here just in this quarter.
Tyler Creasy just letting it run out. He's going to let it run out and let it go to the 4th. We got 12 minutes left, you all, and it's under a running clock. Our sponsor tonight is Sean Jones. Sean Jones Real Estate. Appreciate Corey Steneker, NFHS. Matt Gillespie over at the TSSAA. Director of Schools, Dr. James Sullivan. Principal here at Riverdale is Tamara Blair. Appreciate Megan Turnbow and all she does for us and her support. David Limbaugh just being David Limbaugh. Okay, going to load this scoreboard and going to run down them for you. Germantown 10, Houston 24. So Houston is beating Germantown 24-10. Henry County in a battle, 14-13 up against Southwind. The Bees of Upperman are ahead of Macon County, 17-14. Pearl Cone 21, Marshall County 18. South Pittsburgh 42. Gordonsville, nothing, doing just what South Pitt's always done. East Robertson, 35, Smith County, 6. McKenzie, 28, Moore County, 14. Page, 14, Centennial, 7. Middle Tennessee Christian, 21, Columbia Academy, 13. Brentwood, 24, Ravenwood, 14. East Nashville's beating Liberty Creek, 27-7. Some finals. York, big winner, 56-13 over Hampton. McCauley beat MBA. Boyd was a big winner, 36-24 over Davidson Academy. Creasy hikes it. Ainsworth up the middle, 4 yards, trying to get him on the ground. Edmonston is in there on the stop.
Davis first to get there as well.
Alcoa was a big winner, 31-7 against Gatlinburg Pittman. Who Oakland will play next Friday night. They'll play Bradley Central. They were a winner, 35-14 over Bearden. Baylor 49, Knox Catholic 35. I hope that broadcast went well for Bradley Central, and they're probably tuned in watching us on NFHS. 11:28 left to go in the ball game under a waxing crescent.
A lot of younger kids into the ball game now for Oakland on offense.
And doing just what you should do, rest them. Freeman hands off to number 24, you all. That's Kenny Gregory. And we've seen Kenny Gregory, and he can do some damage as his helmet comes off in that little run. His number 8 is holding him. Joe Smith is holding his helmet and hands it back to him. He'll have to come out of the game with 10 minutes and 59 seconds left to go in the ball game. Third down now, 3rd and 5, and the ball's marked at the 30-yard line. We appreciate you, the fan, joining us here on Stork Vision. All right, we're going to work with Kyler Creasy as the quarterback under a tight set. Going to run the ball here, kids.
Avery Hainsworth, the tailback.
Avery Hainsworth, and boy, he is met by 3 defenders, still on his feet, but not a whole lot there. Brings up 4th down now for Oakland.
It was a good play there by J.C. Haynes, the first man to get there for Riverdale defensively, and ball on the plus side of the field. A little long to kick, a little short to punt, so going to go for it here on 4th down.
Send Patrick Freeman out with the play with 10:06 left to go in the ball game. Ball marked on the 31 of the Riverdale Warriors.
Watch the hard count here, too, because
why not?
Offside.
Why not?
Get you a free
Good
first
experience
down.
with these young kids, too, in a playoff game. Try to get a hard count. I agree. Freeman tried it. Nice call, Anthony Fiorella. And now Freeman looking for a little something from Kevin Creasy. Creasy gives him the nod.
They're going to burn timeout.
They're going to burn a timeout. Kevin's going to think about it.
You'd be looking at a 52, 53-yard field goal attempt from here.
And the wind's kind of coming from the concession stand, Anthony. You're going to be kicking into it, it looks like.
Yeah, there's a couple of flags look like they're kind of blowing this way. Not super strong down there on the field. Of course, us here on top of the press
actually,
box
that
harder,
flag down there, even though it's a little ripped on that goalpost, is pointing towards the goalpost, so you would have a little wind. But it's whirling around down here in this pit at Riverdale.
I think they're going to keep the offense on the field. It'd be
just as good as a punt. You go ahead and try it.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe they are going to kick. Patrick Freeman's on the sideline. They are going to kick it.
Yep, Jacob Taylor's coming on. Let's get Anthony is fired up now. He thinks he's going to try to get a good one here. From the 37, going to be a 47-yarder, isn't it?
Yeah, 48 yards.
48 yards. Rather to snap, Ashton Jones to hold, and Taylor for the 48-yarder. He gets it up. It's got the length.
No good. Just to the right.
But good practice to get your special team.
There's a flag down here.
Uh-oh.
And if that's a roughing the kicker, it'd be a first down. Well, actually, no. Even a running into with only 5 yards, you'd get it. Yeah, that's going to be a free first down for Oakland.
And the Patriots doing the chopping motion as for the first down as they are.
As the Riverdale band plays the
chop song,
yeah.
The cadence. And let's see what they do. They're going to step it off. First down. Oakland Patriots didn't get it on the hard count, but ended up getting it just by performing in the punt, and you catch a penalty, roughing the kicker.
Interesting score up in Indiana. Center Grove lost in overtime 34-31, so they are out of the playoffs up there.
Wow. 2 wide receivers. And who we got in there? That's number 19. I don't have a name for 19 on my roster. Headless Horseman, I guess. I'm not for sure. I don't have a 19.
48, Brian Smotherman on the carry.
I thought I saw 19 running the offense. Maybe I was wrong.
Ellison was the one that carried the football. Yeah, 19 was the quarterback, and we don't have a
name.
Yeah.
We're struggling. And I got this roster from Kevin. 7:44 left to go in the ball game. Let's see what they do.
We're sorry about that.
Yeah.
We only got 2 quarterbacks listed on this roster.
We don't have a quarterback in there now. Is 24 going to run it? No, we've got it. 19 has come back out. Mystery quarterback. Hands off to number 24. That's Kenny Gregory. Kenny Gregory still on his feet. Works up to the 10. 7:18 left to go in the ball game. Just munching this time down here at Tomahawk Stadium. Appreciate you, the fan, joining us. Just burning time, you all. Just burning it. Letting it run. Middle Tennessee Christian 21, Columbia Academy 21. Houston still on top of Germantown 24.
We got a name for 19 now. Asher Evans.
Asher Evans.
Is
Good.
the quarterback.
Thank you. We'll try to remember. Asher Evans is going to work with Kenny Gregory.
Evans, I think, likely could be a freshman.
He could be. That's the reason why he wasn't listed. I got this roster.
They do call freshmen up at the end of the year. He is a freshman. Okay.
Kevin getting him a little playoff time as clock stops on a timeout of 6:33, which gives me a minute. Give you some scores. FRA 16, CPA 23.
Ooh.
That's an interesting one. Page Steel 14, Centennial 7, Brentwood 24, Ravenwood 14. So Brentwood with the upper hand right now. East Nashville just slamming Liberty Creek 27-7. Henry County 21, Southwind 13. Upperman beating Macon County 17-14. Pearl Cone beating Marshall County 21-18.
Wow, a lot of close games out there. That's what you'd expect when you get into
Middle Tennessee Christian has scored 28-21 with a few minutes left.
You expect a lot of close games. That's why I can say we did not expect this here tonight.
3rd and long 5.
False start.
Back to Kenny Gregory as Asher Evans hands it off, and that didn't kick that clock into motion yet.
Flags on the play.
It's because of the penalty coming out of the timeout.
Yep.
Some other offensive line getting into the game now, too.
Illegal procedure, Matthew Nix says.
Patriots, be a 5-yard penalty. Be 3rd down. And about
I'm
10.
sure he's going to crank his clock right now. Nix with the right arm. No, he sets the ball. 3rd and 10 now. Now the clock starts back into motion because we're in the play, and it is a running clock at 56-0. Oakland Patriots. 6:22 left to go in the ball game. Asher Evans, he wears number 19. He's the future of the Oakland Patriots. Waiting, looking to hand off. Now he's got it.
It's a busted play.
Busted play. Ooh, he got crushed. Sea of Humanity of Riverdale. He'll remember that one.
JoJo Smith was in there on the stop.
Yeah, he'll remember that. You come back in a couple of years, you can remember that. Send big number 92 in for the Warriors.
Jared Hollins. But, you know, when you're talking about, when you talk about Riverdale this year, you know, I mean, one of the more memorable seasons they've had
Absolutely.
under Will Kreisky. I mean, you come out and
we lost power, but we're back up, hopefully. Hopefully we didn't lose you on the broadcast. Whoa. Let's see. Where are we? That power failure there. We got a power surge here. 4th down. But we're lucky we didn't lose you. Everything's still good. Heart attack here at Tomahawk Stadium. Okay, 4th down. 4th and about 17, let's call it. They give it off to 25. That's Will Millsap. And he's destroyed. Just destroyed. Turned the ball over on downs. Number 14 was there for the Riverdale Warriors, DJ Taylor. So Riverdale will take over 1st and 10 for the Warriors with 4:25 left to go here in the ball game.
Probably going to be the last drive that a lot of these seniors get on offense. But, I mean, what a memorable group. Braden Graham, heck of a year. Brock Montgomery, so special to watch. Keyshawn Williams, coming off that injury this year, was another special receiver to watch. I mean, just a heck of a year. and a tough way to end it. But, man, it was a memorable season for Riverdale.
Graham throws.
It's a double pass.
Yes. And they got Woodruff, and they're going to try to bust it. 20, 10, all the way up to the 5.
Craig Tutt rides him down. Oh, he may have been past the line of scrimmage when he let go of it. There's a flag down right where Keyshawn Williams let go of the ball. I wonder if it was an illegal forward pass.
Waiting for Matt Niggs to make that call. And the sideline judge would have caught that, wouldn't he?
That's who dropped the flag, yeah.
Nix. Forward pass.
Yeah. Oh, just busted him for an illegal forward pass. That's tough.
Oh, that's real tough. Loss of down, too, isn't it? It's a loss of down?
I think so. Oh, no, that's just grounding. I don't think. Oh, it is a loss of down. Okay. Yeah, you're right.
I played football before.
I know. I know it was with grounding, but
I played football before. 1st and 15. Ball marked just at the 25-yard line. Did a lot of youth ball.
Oh, is there only 4 offensive linemen on the field?
Kevin's just not. 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and the clock's just draining out
Yeah,
of control.
there's only 4 linemen on the field right now, I think. Yeah.
High snap, the handoff. Hand it off to number 34.
34 on the carry for the Warriors.
Emery Whitfield.
Ty Hollis.
No, 24 on mine.
But we talked about Riverdale, but for Oakland tonight, I think for them, they just got off that bus, like I said, and they were angry.
Yes.
They had a bad taste in their mouth after taking it on the chin at home against Riverdale, broke the streak earlier this year, and they got off that bus angry tonight, Stork, and they just didn't let up.
Colin Ferguson, I think, is running the offense, isn't he? Number 15?
No, that's Luke Smith.
Luke Smith, I'm sorry. Luke Smith. My rosters are backwards. I'm sorry, you all. I didn't alternate them. It was so quick with that running clock, I didn't pull them and rework them. Yeah, Luke Smith is in the ball game for the Riverdale Warriors. Sorry about that. Got an injured player down on the field. That's number 44, Jeremiah Bunton.
So that'll stop the clock momentarily.
With 1:07 left to go in the ball game. We appreciate you, the fan. We're going to get you those stats here after Copernicus. He'll go pretty quick. We'll run through the cast of characters. I'll get you some scores of what we know as of right now. And what we do know is the Oakland Patriots will get on the road next Friday, go to Bradley Central. I'm going. I don't know who I'm going with, and we don't know if Fiorella's going with me, but we'll go run sideline view.
I'm going to try.
We're going to try to make it over Bradley Central. If not, I'll try to see if John Jones let me ride with him. Hand off to number 34, and that's Emery Whitfield.
Brought down there by 25
and now 27
Oakland,
seconds
Will
left. And Oakland Patriots now celebrating a little bit.
Just a statement of
That's
dominance from Oakland.
That's
Coming out here in the playoffs, in the quarterfinals, they are going to move on a 56-0 win against the Riverdale Warriors here at Tomahawk Stadium.
Appreciate you, the fan, joining us. Our sponsor tonight was John Jones. John Jones Real Estate. Nobody sells homes like John. Appreciate Corey Steneker from NFHS. Matt Gillespie from the TSSAA. You, the fan that enjoyed this game tonight. Stay with us. We're going to run through the scores, cast of characters, say our goodbyes, and get out of here on Game 13, Week 14 of the season for 2023 in Stork Vision. Right now, this is what we know. South Pittsburgh 42, Gordonsville nothing. That's in the fourth quarter. All these are in the fourth. Brentwood 24, Ravenwood 14. Columbia Academy 21, Middle Tennessee Christian 28. That's in the fourth quarter. So Middle Tennessee Christian may go to the Final Four for the first time in history.
No, they'll go to the state championship.
They'll go to the state championship 28 to 21. Houston 31, Germantown 10. Henry County 21, Southwind 13. East Nashville 34, Liberty Creek 7. Still in the third, CPA 23, FRA 16. Pearl Cone 21, Marshall County 18. East Robertson 35, Smith County 6. Moore County 21, McKenzie 28. These are all finals. York Institute 56, Hampton 13. McCauley 33, MBA 15. Boyd, a big winner, 36-24 over Davidson Academy. Gary Rankin moves on, the Hall of Fame coach who coached here for the Riverdale Warriors. Alcoa 31, Gatlinburg Pittman 7. Gary Rankin coached at Alcoa. Bradley Central 35, Bearden 14. They were a big winner. Oakland goes to Bradley Central next Friday night. Bradley 49, Knox Catholic 35, Page 14, Centennial 7. So Page was a winner in that one. And the Bees of Upperman beat Macon County 17-14. Your stats now by Anthony Fiorella from the desk of Copernicus. We appreciate you, Dean Fox, as you head back home in the space capsule. Take it away, Anthony.
DeJuan Morris, 15 carries, 154 yards, and 5 touchdowns tonight for the Oakland Patriots. Number 5, Ashton Jones, 12 carries, 59 yards. He had a pair of touchdowns. Avery Hainsworth also scored a touchdown tonight for Oakland. Braden Graham in his final game as a Riverdale Warrior, 15-23 for 114 yards through the air. Oakland moves to 11-2. Riverdale will finish the season 10-3. Total yards tonight for Oakland, 308. Riverdale, 120. Oakland's defense in 11 wins this year has allowed just 57 points spread across 11 different wins. Turnovers tonight, Riverdale had 4, Oakland had 0. Also, the blocked punt as well by Oakland. That was the big turning point of the game. Riverdale just could not get out of its own way, unfortunately. And penalties, 6 for 59 for Riverdale, 3 for 20 for Oakland. The Patriots, 264 yards on the ground. The Warriors, 6. Just 44 yards through the air for Oakland, 114 for Riverdale. And Stork, as we wrap up what is likely going to be our final broadcast of the year, I just want to thank you and Spencer for stepping in this year, and Judy for earlier this year, Sam for all the work you do, Dean for always keeping up and keeping our heads on straight, and of course John Jones for sponsoring us and making this thing go. I had a lot of fun this year.
All right, let's run through the cast of characters and we'll get out of here. We appreciate, like we said, Corey Steneker, Matt Gillespie letting us come out here tonight and do this broadcast. Lady on the camera, she's done a great job all year. She's a manager in the daytime sometimes at NADA. You might catch her over at Rustler Hat Store designing hats. That's Jody Spencer from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. You did great tonight, Jody Spencer, and we appreciate you. This guy, he designed our website, and he ran scores to me all night. He developed the app called Stork Vision. It's in iTunes in your Google Play Store. He's got his master's from systems analysis and data processing from Western Kentucky University. He hails from Louisville, Kentucky. That's Sam, the soccer man. This guy, he's from parts unknown. He's an Otterbein College alumnus. He hovered high above us tonight, and he brought us our stats. He does our graphics. We call him Copernicus. That's Dean Fox, the Fox that rocks. This guy was my color analyst all season long, stuck right with me, and I can't do it without him. He does MTSU soccer, softball, basketball, football, and he counts money in the daytime. He got a degree in media communications from MTSU. That's Anthony Fiorella from Los Angeles, California. My name's Stuart Montgomery. I got a degree in public relations, a minor in media sales from Eastern Kentucky University. I own and operate this contraption we call Stork Vision. I appreciate you, the fan, joining us this season. If you need anything from me, I'm pretty easy to find. just reach out and get me through social media or other things. Other than that, we appreciate you, the fan, joining us on Stork Vision. If you guys need us, let us know. Take care, and we'll see you next year.